Pacho, Ghana for tailor for fashion designers. Sa atade abaso ya lazy actually. One at the buy. They see my dress here we will be any fee. Me program. Me to be lazy matchy. No, not just say actually say. I think na maybe program as I could be a man lazy matchy mammy. One fire zip no sama back yesterday. Why? One palm zip no. Munya lazy same day. Why?
Why not smile? Wo bi asma. Same kwa. Mo de mo mai sumu nwe wo mai mu hanum se we nyina kase.
Pacho. Ghana for tailor for fashion designers. Sa atade abaso ya lazy actually. One at the buy. They see my dress here we will be any fee. Me program. Me to be lazy matchy. No, not just say actually say. I think na maybe program as I could be a man lazy matchy mammy. One fire zip no sama back yesterday. Why? One palm zip no. Munya lazy same day. Why?
Ghana Montie na mansanya so adawro Kofiaman homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo neat 100.9 FM.
And your friend of Fabia Siro no pay kwabna for coming home Kwasi ABOAGYE yedi dwumai Ghana Montie ewo neat 100.9. The bankrata in Munsem City kwabna
ayo abusia for the bankrata Ghanaian Times na me dey sase yi what the Ghana Mampeni His Excellency Nana Ado Dankwa Akufo-Addo the mfoni abeto anum say ya wo suit to kama ana wabɔ ne tie a black ya wo say na white was an space round no na KWASI fo be yensiemudi akase bi wa hanum say ya wonu mpo no ye titire ni watra say KWASI fo wo court bi e free 1957 wo ba bi kura de ba sa he na court no aseso mu ya reforms bebre ewom na cases ya hudo bi won mo so a wo mutumi die wo mu beti assemble seduesia 60 and na judgment be say 25 nso wo mu de beba betu da ente aya asem kase a wacha se KWASI yi wo mu asem hia am robbers everybody ra a New Times Corporation for office aposi for agbawure mu a wo ye ntitsemu so wo beti ni pakura wo kodi sa abone for sam no a what the Minister for Fisheries and Aquaculture Mavis Kumsin na some adi abatu anim say was center spread wo what rasa ente wo mo tentene ho ahwese pro season no a afaafo ya topunum na wo munya kwaju wo mahome stadia be ya nam no so betumi awu bebre no wo mo hweso wo mu de sa cross season no beba na be ya 1 month pe stadia be ya nam no ebetumi awu bebre anwurobas miyansa wo mu kɔbɔ okro no yade wo mu kwagina court no court tese wo mu ya miyansa wahu wo mu nyi 60 years ye na wo mu nkonkote next times wo mu pie ba abonten a ade a ya fra ne sa anwurobre anya ade a wo mu beye bio European Union so emayen sika aya 17 million euros a wo mu de ba ba sa TV tim pensem fie na ya ewo ya nimu tade be ya akono na obi ade no ho ebegimu bi na delegate democrat anim ha ode Dr. Ernest Addison wanu aya amrado a woda Bank of Ghana no wode ne mfoni abeto anum sei ene wata sa afia we die euro bond pa so mbe isu bi die no that this year die no euro bond issuance enti na mani da kwan se euro bond wo mu ba be yi a sabre die wa mamu atiase se enya ade a ebeba so owura bi a wanya mfrinsi aduesia nan 64 years e yire ase wo jano enam jaya wo jano ntie wone no krampo nnabie oba no buafu oba na dwalai enka be ma de wo yire so wone wo nnabie wa eno anso afa set egu kwa ho wo se me ba o be kwasra madam fo no aba we de wa anya no saa eno anso o ma tuo so ape na yire no eten abane yire ni tue kunu ɛwɔ asantemantam ya ɛsiane sɛ wɔbaa no atrɛten sɛ wɔbɛgyaa no ɛne wɔne no nso ɛnna bio policy rate o ɛna Bank of Ghana for apagya mu yi wɔde akɔgyina 17% a ɛbɛtumi aboa agyadifoɔ paa nti obiara nkɔgye bi kampani Nana Adeda Nkɔ Akufo-Addo ɛna justices a wɔn da ECOWAS court ano wosɛ sɛ deɛ wɔn adrɛse pɛɛ gyina hanom a ɛte sɛ Nigeria movie sɛdeɛ ɛyɛ a wɔn asɔfoɔ no bi drɛse no saa pɛpɛɛpɛ na wɔn adrɛse a wɔn gyina ha wɔn ne mampanin atwa picture ECOWAS court a wɔn abie wɔn nkra hanom sɛ yi a ɛba abɛboa ma asɛm deɛ bebree akɔ so no wɔde ho asɛm aba wɔde onionyanfoɔ Aban Kingsford Sumano Babe mfoni asa aba abɛto hanom bio wɔatrɛ sɛ Abambabi asaso no bo ne deputies ne bio wo ɛna wasa afa Owura Kofi Atɔ sɛ ɔno ɛna suwani wɔnom a wɔngyina mu ɛma no na Awurade adom a efiada Ghana Black Stars ne Nigeria Super Eagles yɛba abɛsi akan ɛwɔ Baba Yara Sports Stadium na wɔnom na abrantie na kane no wɔda goal ɛde ma Black Stars ya yɛfrɛ no Fatah Dawda ɔno wɔtrɛ sɛ Kumasi Baba Yara Sports Stadium wɔdeɛ ɛyɛ slaughterhouse enti ɛkwan bia so yɛbɛhyɛ Nigeriafoɔ the coach Wotuado ɔne Thomas Partey wɔn picture da ha ɛna Thomas Partey ne Wotuado nyinaa ka sɛ Nigeriafoɔ paa deɛ Baba Yara Sports Stadium ɛyɛ tena wɔnom ama yɛte kurom paa ma alatafoɔ aba abɛhyɛ yɛ wɔ ha asa akɔ akɔhyɛ wɔ obu kurom deɛ no way omu dɔɔso kyɛn yɛ batɛbɔbɔ nko adeɛ a yɛnim bɔɔbɔ ɛkyɛn wɔnom na telepost de bɔkrataa n'anim ha ɛna wɔde His Excellency the former president John Dramani Mahama mfoni abɛtoa na watra soro sɛ lest we forget you asɛm bi a wɔde to dwa da yɛ October ne da ɛtɔ so adumiɛnsa ɛwɔ 2019 hɔ na John Dramani Mahama His Excellency no wɔka sɛ obe review free senior high school 90 days ya wɔbɛba abɛtena akonnwa soɔ no ɛsiane sɛ adeɛ no ehia review paa na asɛm a wɔde bɛto dwa yi ɛne wɔsɛ twa His Excellency Nana Adeda Nkɔ Akufo-Addo mfoni abɛtoa ɛna mampani Nana Addo nyia no a wɔde maa no ɛwɔ 30th November 2019 wɔtrɛ sɛ nhu adwiri mi o asɛm a meti yam si ahye me John Dramani Mahama so ɔbɛyɛ dɛn obe review free senior high school ada w'anim ne yɛkɔ so anaa ɛno yɛ ne deɛ a wɔkaeɛ ɛna wɔde na bɛdi akyerɛ His Excellency the Vice President Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia nso de aba na wɔno nso deɛ yɛ 25th August 2020 ɛna wɔtrɛ sɛ it's senseless to review free senior high school. Aya Dr. Muhammad Bawumia wo jabo John Dramani Mahama yi wasi nyansa bi anim sɛ ube review free senior high school. Nanso asam no kwa anwan no asaba besina nem onanyamfo kojo opon kroma de bokrate de ka onanim ha ɛna wɔde kojo opon kroma asam aba ɔyɛ honorable Minister of Information ɛna wɔtrɛ sɛ MPP aban ɛbɛyɛ review ɛwɔ free senior high school no ɛsiane sɛ sikasɛm ne nneɛma a ɛrekɔ mu no ɛsɛ sɛ wɔn yɛ review ɛwɔ free senior high school no mu nti wɔde ho asɛm ɛde aba abɛto de bɔkrataa yɛfrɛ ne sɛ Daily Post wɔ anim ha na de bɔkrataa mede toa so ɛyɛ Chronicle ɔde Nanayaw Asante mfoni abɛto anim sɛ wɔfra ntoma kama kente ahu sɛ wɔyɛ krat ne ho afɛ paa n'ani ntɔnwi bebree ɛna wɔda ha ɛna wɔde nnɛnnɛ sakite wɔno nso mfoni abɛto a microphone mmienu si n'anim na nabo a mayiripe ɔno nso tɔ so mmienu ɔno nso fra kente ɛna regardless bebree egu no kɔn mu a wɔde ne mfoni abɛto a na wɔkyerɛ sɛ mpanimfoɔ ntu anamɔn ansɛ na nsiesie ama kɔwu a afi kɔwu Easter celebration no eja betom na eja betom ne sɛ Eastern Regional House of Chiefs wɔn nyinaa gye atum sɛ Nana Abuama ayiripe wanye wɔhene ɛwɔ kwawu nkwatia ɛno na adehyia bi kyerɛ sɛ kae nka ha bɛyere sɛ Nana ɛnyɛ wɔhene wɔ kwawu nkwatia anom deɛ a ɛnea momfa wɔhene foforɔ mmra me yɛhwɛ ɛno ɛne wɔn kyerɛ sɛ afanu no nyinaa so wɔn nte aseɛ enti wɔn kɔyi wɔhene biara pa ogyambom ɛbɛba Kwame na Alexander Afenyomakin wɔyɛ mmarahyɛbadwani a wɔgyina ma adehyia wɔ afutu ɛwɔ mfimfini mantam Central Region mekyerɛ Winiba Simpa ɔno wɔkasa yi wɔse mampanin Nana Adeda Akufo-Addo a State of Nation address a ɛsɛ so wɔde kɔto mmarahyɛbadwafoɔ anim no ɛnyɛ mampanin na ayɛ bibie ɛyɛ mmarahyɛbadwani na ɛnyɛ ready mmarahyɛbadwani wɔaka kyerɛ mampanin sɛ ɔntɔ no bo na mmarahyɛbadwafoɔ no di dwuma bi na saa dwumadie no a wɔn di no ɛyɛ very important paa nti wɔn wie a wɔn bɛma n'aso ate na wɔde State of Nation address no abɛto dwa ɛnyɛ mampanin na ɛnyɛ ready o ɛyɛ parliament no ɛna ɛnyɛ ready afei mampanin ɛna ECOWAS court wɔn abie wɔ ha wɔkata wɔn sɛ nsɛm bi wɔ hɔnom a wɔn nhyɛ no wɔn nni ne ntam nsakraya bi nso a wɔn dwumadie mu no wɔn nhyɛ no wɔn mfa mmra policy rate yo ɛpɛgya kɔ soro kakra ɛyɛ 2.5% pɛ nti obi abɛtumi akɔgye bosia de ayɛ adwuma ɛsomagya ɛnta bi a wɔn bɛnya wɔhene foforɔ kora bia asante kɔtɔkɔhene wɔtumfoɔ sɛ tutu a wɔtɔ so mmienu ɛna wɔde asɛm yi ato dwa Matthew chapter 6 verse 13 Matthew nwoma etire nsia ntitemu dumiɛnsa Matthew krampo ɛnyɛ nwoma ɛyɛ Matthew asɛmpa esan sɛ hɔ ne yɛ gospel and lead us not into temptation but deliver us from evil and fire nkɔnsɔhwɛm na yiyɛ firi musuom wei ɛne the chronicle de bɔkrata anim hɔ adeɛ a wɔde ɛbaayɛ na Ghana Black Stars yɛ technical advisor yɛfrɛ no Chris Hunting na wɔwura Chris Hunting ɛne wɔkyerɛ sɛ Ghana bɛ destroy Nigeria koraa enti sɛdeɛ wɔn di wɔn native doctors bebree abɛgu kurom ha yɛde players di bɛto dwa a wɔn bɛkyekyere wɔn no ɛyɛ agorɔ bi koraa na wɔn di yɛbɛhyɛ wɔn mu aberanteɛ yɛfrɛ no Feres Afenagyae osi akaima AS Roma ɔno nso mfoni da ha wɔse Ghana Black Stars ayɛ ready na yɛbɛhyɛ Nigeriafoɔ paa ɛne yɛ coach Otuado ɔno ho asɛm nso ɛwɔ ha na the new crusading guide anim hɔ a wɔde mampanin Nana Adeda Akufo-Addo mfoni abɛtoa wɔkyerɛ sɛ yɛdu amanfo so a ne yɛka yɛ anom enti obi anyi bi mfam wɛ aban apprenticefoɔ wakatua nkabosumi bi a mogyeɛ no yɛate so 30% enti aban apprentice obi a yɛbɔ wo din woyɛ chief executive officer meka deɛ ebi a mɛka kora ma naboro sɛ woyɛ obi a mampanin na ma wɔ appointment sɛ yɛse president appoint wo saa appointfoɔ no nyinaa obi akatua 30% yɛate ade afiri so a yɛde ba bɛboa wɔ man kyekyereyɛ enti wokɔ akɔgye wakatua a wobɛkɔ no na 30% afiri so
So ɛno Bank of Ghana ne Ghana for di nkɔmmɔ nhyehyɛ aban titu me sure sɛ nkɔmmɔ no fiti ɛno yɛhyɛ aseɛ cabinet yɛ retreat call so the first quarterly yɛ wɔn nhyia mu aban nneɛma ɔde egu akwan mu ɛma ɛno Bank of Ghana ne nsɛntwerɛfoɔ ahyia yɛde nsɛm de ato anim na the ɛbɔ nkrataa no dodoɔ na ɛka ho asɛm mehwɛ daily graphic ɛda m'anim ɔse BOG tackles challenges raises lending rate and withdraws 3 COVID-19 stimulus measures na saa nkɔmmɔ yi na yɛpɛ sɛ yɛte aseɛ yie enti yɛkɔ amano so yɛne honorable Richard Champon ɔba bɛboa yɛ anɔpɛ ɔyɛ member of the finance committee ɛwɔ parliament ɔsan so yɛ mmarahyɛbadwani ogyina ɛma yɛ bia east a ɛba no ɛyɛ saa nkɔmmɔ yi a wɔte aseɛ na wɔn mu a ne yɛntumi ɛnya nte aseɛ no yie honorable yɛda ase mu akɔ ababa ne TFM so anɔpɛ so ɛno Bank of Ghana ne yɛdi nkɔmmɔ nhyehyɛeɛ a wɔn ɛdi gu akwan mu a ɛbɛma ahokyerɛ bi aba yɛ so nneɛma bɛtumi ɛmu ayɛ mmerɛ ebi wate ɛna na mɛka sɛ ohwɛ a wɔn raise lending rate so wɔn withdraw 3 COVID-19 stimulus measures ne yɛ kaka ho Me sure said your ma womu Diego Aquim what to be. Idea womu Niom Diego Aquim a beboy. Send a Timau pa beboa my one high.
You mean ABOAGYE, my man, and now I'm in chair with you for. I'm saying I know you fall out to a free cabinet retreat of Mokoye of the arsenal. After that, in a Tisinia could do upon Commacasa, Bank of Ghana, any other institutions, so no, will give her the details. And then the finance minister will also give fresh to it by speaking to Parliament, to the people. So no, I share and say the date by finance minister Obama Shibejo. Now, and she said the detailed program for some of the Bama. Yen it Matthias here. Then many no change the book at no you see appointees. Yeah, to market you so 30% or whatever no. Why na appointee? Why na the canon? Why na canon? And no, I'm saying you know could upon coma. Also, just say me an MPs in the crown voluntary MPs in so anti-to market you so. It's a conscious no home, and I can't share no home. Nobody be saying na time na omudio man chika kovisika no MPs no more movie na. Time no more you full free. Maintenance free, take care of free 90s and Monia Diana. Then I am going forward, you know, you may just come.
I mean, Musaka Crow, or Hadam saying, I mean, what can about say appointees one a becan wine and canon. And Bremun sweat is saying, I bind a bit me after they now precope a be on one to me said, Marketia, me so by 30%.
Catiano call or Mampanian and Casaho. I'm running a decision Mampanian and an executive Marketia, that's a 71. But you can't work on inside the open or the bay.
Okay.
It's a more take decision saying, you know, I don't know. So, I catch you know, you may 30% of free so. And for the 30%, and I visit your compound, gas and this address this year. It is a compound. And I said the support to free education. And the Boba Majumbiano, you can't any idea. The open and on the bay, but control our holiday. Won't even catch a control, say, many planetarian, man 500. And Brano, they are facing a Ketia under the man, on one month. If you be standing order. And the parliament, they know. When a bank came out, a standard order, one month instruction. That was so much Ketia, no. He says, try to see for mammy. I know I shall say yes, I don't know.
At what point now, 30% in take place? Shemu, a hifa, and 30% in Beijing. Is it before a befia the executive, the president, sign it here?
On the standing order, about list. So, we have 2,000 here. No, at least so many in the amount. So, my council control accountant general.
Yeah.
In 30,000 and not 30%. 10,000 30%. No condition in a no issue one check. Then they are much yourself for Cono. Now they are going to hold their mom, they acquire the compass of the year. What the two accounts to me, they are so big. Until ever so accounts to now, what should I check 30%? You're better not source, so they take tax on them. Hence, it's coming Quinny Pan, so when you're a Banda drink.
Okay.
They play so, but on our forward, Juma, one place will be with it. Obeki Sikana San about him. Now, when you're not come to a buyer justice, I want to I will my way say no. Actually, I will say, oh, my mismanage economically. Because economy, I must say, buoyant. Economy, I must say, if you come and come so we are and grow this economy, the same with that, never could use the same with that. That's a buy and a catcher say, and a policy rate. Bank of Ghana said already so no. The implication I know this and say. About cost of borrowing. So.
There's interest rates by cost through.
Yes. Interest rates by cost through. Some may not be quite to Canada but the amount. It's in Makoto Sikana Central Bank or no. I never bet time or no. This will make them imagine better so. Make them a risk factor at the camp. You say if I be not performing asset, or more Mojibusi or Muntia, will be better. It won't put another insurance cover also. nti oji sika na so wu insurance one get tia so sika na ma no bu wu ye asu sika no ntimi ntia o se adwuma say economy na say maboka nti sa ko fo ni na bank na so take into account it ebe mo lending rate na akoso ko no ka say microfinance will be 20-30%. You see, I'm not a kuma. It is a tiny panel of bubble safe for a banho. Not say office anybody or the best mamma. And I Busha Bonasono. Minumino, Yaquajana Bawa, where is free in the boy. Yes, I be no. About the end of the betia. Until if I don't know the music at Papa to hope. They should say, yeah, attractive. Not about the other corner, the corner for so Cassidian and Sudia. Me discover back on my microfinance institution. No, so that's why I could buy my for Busia. I'm a Michigan for so I can say. And both ways, I will need implication. And it's in a about Ghana, but so I did this cano. If I'm out for a kind of mop up, we increase policy rate. No, so they obey my GC can I want to say no. Now I am cost inflation. What says you can do any answer, man? I get on plans of a token of top. It is a second summer who live with you one castle me. And none of my bank one, so be independent on better managing currency like their mind. Only 2 billion almost about pumping and a good economy $2 billion. And 2 ways. If you only 2 billion, but I do not know cash. Not perception. A dear $1 dollar any system, dollar. Fossil price, I'm going to demand and supply. When demand exceeds supply, the price will go up. If I don't drop $1, no money, you know. You will be can there be no increase price in the board.
Yeah.
But Bank of Ghana, they are selling about 2 years, so we become $2 billion about 2 6 no man. 2 billion, no, but a good only as a papa to be. But in the time, they said 2 billion, no, Okoye in the reserve man, I said, or June. Bank of Ghana, what would say on its own balance sheet, and also say, in any case, Bank of Ghana on $20, ever had. This is important as well over printing, only 2 minutes or sorry, no, not printing to this area. It's in know, how a person manage economy, but yes, as the day goes by, no, it's better, but the bottom line is, I want to a woman. It's the programs are. I might say all the flagship programs are up for review. No? And when they place a room specific programs being about review, to which extent? Because this is what I say review education. Almost here say the council, because your punk can be, but me can be. It is a no most review, they are not more review in your council. There, meaning the type of English language of what you use to any day mama used to it. Actually, I was inconsistent with what everybody was talking about. And at the height of hypocrisy, I don't mean was it is eating us up. Rigidity of budget, no matter what's the way a budget, you are buying a car and you did. That's why I can dear Pana, and then we are sorry said. All the 275 members of parliament. All the ministers, government appointed 1,000 plus. CEOs work at Ghana hanging out. As far as one might check is the pastors who come and say, all your companies are more like gurus or more say footballers. Now, when I catch them, says, I will follow you now. I'm going to go school free in the Metriaka. I'm glad they can afford it. It will become so much. I don't know you know one planet. I want this education, but we ask them, so what is the good place? Near who are Bible Tayakasa? Near my Bible so ye. I'm not going to say discriminatory. I don't know if I'm not going to born and yes, fair. Fairness, we haven't won the war. Even the government scholarship, pay them, I know. Meaning, and you want and you want to apply for scholarship. Now, for scholarship, I want to apply for scholarship.
Yeah.
Pricing for food and those are buying all my fertilizers, subsidized fertilizer. What would think how would we buy Bruno? Maybe more fertilizer. And then this year must free fertilizer. Yeah, I'm not forecasting a social intervention better than but more of it than this year buying me a free fertilizer, a social intervention. What do you go for a more free fertilizer? It is a bad policy. They are never discriminated against one another. It's a more from a free education that so be a benefit not like them. I don't know if you baby by the tree. In any case, since 2017 to date, because free education, you have one can say. I buy Reverend saying, and I buy SM. You know, the car buying a car, and 1 minute in a year. Come with the I once and so come can one one till fine. Come with when I before 2019 now, come with the hit your hand. Now my finances everything. Come with little buy and I buy about 30 billion Ghana cedis. Yeah, I buy this as you can hear. And now you say, I buy one contact by Shabby Jana Mosita. Only one contact. I can want to hear level so call no. Now the idea of one could doesn't in one contact. Who has the summer the kind of magic for a kind of credit? And more credit, dear Maya, or my lack of comfort for it is about to get transparent. Not about country to the good people of this country there. What is the basis? Some for no also wow, never did it for I told for the baby. Now, I say, I have one for catchers, you're passing lady. Now, your money started by the bay. The other kind of money crown or so many money. Now, we have to move from that money. There was negative president under Article 58. It is up to me to put a visit of pen over here. Until that, brother respected the good for this country. No bad discipline, financial discipline. Or back catch it back on Nankasa, some expenditures with my catch it back. No, what any corruption? Air console system. No, over your space to do a lot of things. Ever born with me. It's a buying or an announcement. A bunch of the objective cinema show. The kind of programs now that they just specific, you know. That the property of our so that we're not speaking about.
Sure, I know there's a oracle job upon Kruma Cratch. I said, yeah, we be copying by a Fiat idea, not finance minister details, no, Yehuni account. But Mammy Musa, I say, I am said, Dr. Addison, oh, yeah, Governor Bank of Ghana, now I didn't 72 to your car, a graphic debating team now. A Fabica Cramming can say, Dr. Addison said, just like any medicine administered to a sick person, is Ghana adieu. The policies will bring short-term hardships to the economy and the populace, but gave an assurance that they would ultimately rescue the economy out of the doldrums. She said, I said, "Yadina, a drone should the other my yard for Yana Tembiana, Yan Bones or Yard for a meaning anyway, drew you in your car count. And a draw one day Magana for Siciano. And when you are dear, and you are how near to tea the bebre, but naturally no. Yenya ya basre sana uhunu sani esitie sani wakani yana
and I'm the kind of ever cost to go out of super number and no any no it's you also obi kopa bobo sanda sani board here not the for that man so much to me I want to say that ma and me ya na actually no na ya ho better that spend the national spend the no. So when we get to that bigger but then we get the 89%, I want you for so ever samba. And when the fund austerity measures, and to all this, you say, yeah, it was a day. It is only a mine up on top of the Sunday among my brand. When you fool free, I be a fear of fool free you. By a more allowance to be, I see a more allowance to you. Who took my answer for first class, I say, of economy. Women and I want to about a buy point issue. Now, a hot year can phobia. Now, business community, no. At the moment, who has a Uber compete system, so I'm going to compete $2 billion. The reason to now, I am Obama. I don't know who can read this, no. But that's here. The reason to know, and I would have to say, I send it too. Now, you don't China. I want to have a video trial. And also, the investor there, the secret of the show economy, no man. Investor going to the Aquaway or a Kitani do in any judgment. I don't matter, original to know, a reduce no, and my investors in your confidence, our economy. Because already 2022 budget, and investors no many confidence of budget. I don't think I make answer. In the budget, and also tax 8 billion. 8 billion, no, 11 even minister 6.9 billion, and fund 7 billion. Your passing in other more, even when they are passing. ɛno na adane ntɔkwa wɔ aban ne asɛbɛtwafoɔ so nkaka minorities so a yɛkɔ ba yi ɛti aban so wɔanya 7 billion a ɔntumi nyɛ kwan ɔntumi ntɔ fertilizer ɔntumi nyɛ mputu dwuma na obi bisa wɔ sɛ wokuta 80 billion wote 7 billion ne firi ma ɛnka 73 billion. So 73 billion into the root economy no a certain level until so 7 billion. Then there's something wrong with the projection. I want to make investors pull out to go. Because once when you budget or no mess now with that, one can say we need it. It's only need the investor about this to get to economy or GDP and also I need it. That's the crux of the matter. Projections are wrong.
I see.
Let's put out some numbers to entice people to get view but on the ground, the government is not doing well.
I see. Now, saa nneɛma yi bi a wabrɔbrɔ so mi ɛhyɛ sɛ mpanyinfoɔ bebree so aka ho asɛm. In fact, anamoy aban kuretu na 30% cut of on salary ni ne ɛka ho yi. Baako kura na mekan Professor Iyao Jampo na wɔde ato dwa na wɔka about saa asɛm kuro yi a yi. Wɔka bibi kura te sɛ ɛbɛyɛ saa fuel coupons here dema ayi abanjuma for ne mpinifo ne ade na yentwetwem ni eniama bebre nsusu bebre honorable minim se mo ama cheche bia. But the question is saa niama we nyina no eya anya yenka no kekeka enya ya no keke ne ka no eya ye adwuma be hu se ni aban saa niama we nyina be ye adwuma.
I have a problem no because about we no me obakaya am first say appoint 125 ministers no. You can't watch some so you to be to monopobia. Omapanyi kwa ne kada da eno yisu. Ye ko launch ni the bus the class of ko kuma si bia almost to go bus ko. Obu twa ne picture de da Ghana for so say ne pese bu o man no. Eti e mama fonya ahoto so you cut back expenses here MY no mama make savings. Quarter a year every house quarter 9 new V8 any levels are my way by what. Ministers, appointees, which as a board chairperson, Obia after your total Kusama, Obia. It is some man care, you know, the year, Juma. I can problems wrong. Would I find somewhere I had never used about $120,000. Now, what's about 300 years? Both really now, I'm good for services, Obia talker. It is okay, no. Yes, I know my editor. I did was 10 money this year. I'm about it's very no Nipana Bon Society. I can see unnecessary expenses. Ovia was about the economy, I can say, austerity or rigidity of budget to them. Now, the only one part of what is the Montpellier say, we should talk about the structural difficulties of our economy. I'm a since 1996 or 30 year politics, and then also economy it was structural problem. No, so that it's petrol, so that it's in the summer here for one tomorrow. Now, no, I said, no, Janadia, no, Cataston. It's a vindicating like your mama. How can I tell her? Oh, my year, President, who did say that Montie and doing a tagline, but my Cadopedia, and let the reality has done on them. I was about Ghana, and it's about the Buana Sebrali City, about the be a bidder. I say about me, the economists, Yamaboka said, the Bomian name, the Yasu name below, and then our head. The economic progress, I didn't know about me, I could be with this economy, and our head. And they are saying, can you let it buy? What is so a cassa? Economy, no, I taking no dive. What is so a cassa? So be also able to see our peace and our IDC. And then, what is all that? It has to say, they came up with a plan to deceive all of us so that we can vote for them. They've got some power and they can't deliver. It's by the end of the day, the 74 day, we need to throw them out of power and bring somebody who can manage the economy for us. As simple as that.
Okay, now, so Bank of Ghana, near Dean Komoy, but Quebec, by and Ghana, a car idea because I know I don't see a Kanwasem, CCR, could do 80.1% of our GDP now. Only about a year, we have figures now 351.8 billion Ghana cedis. A Canadian said, we know there be a brubigum. I don't know, and ya dear says, Anna, we know, and she has empire.
And this is a bonus, I say a bonus. We trust you the senior 70% per all danger line. You know, the man, you know, for the court, he pick no. When you trust 70%, minister, it's also tenable.
Hey, and I do 80%.
You know, the man, who's about you, do for me. As I would say, I buy no any because they are another activity there. Or better, a generative revenue, the door, a dear Kuchianica. It's a quarter and a total Kutia interest or loans. I buy this or some bubbles here. On outside the Kutia was here.
I don't think you 70% and that is a danger zone.
I used to say, you are saying like a dear to at the moment, with that to DB ratio, no, so that could continue in Kwa, about 70%. A danger zone, not the Odiabu Brumu. But the country, our country, who also are, and the permanent, they be 250% and all that. But more activities, or more investment, every month, every quarter, piano, or more returns, our home. It was not to be Tianica, but what I say. I am for your GDP now, you can't outgrow now. GDP, no, you have only about 10% to pay. Therefore, I communicated better. I buy a hotel could do Kumasi. I buy maybe. I am glad. I buy this company maybe. Because revenue sector name is Kano. Apart from a total gas project, you are Mama and this are doing anything. You have to buy a single man about 300 million again to this every year. And the company man, and some of gas. It's about the day, no. Economy now, I can see any million. No. Containers are maintaining an account. The time of when the Mudu said it's tax people. Then no more control contribution. I say, waiting the Wabutia, okay. And I got that way. Oh, did it like a Yamabusia, and Nabusiano, Abel Hangi, I need to see we are caught in the web. Or you know what, Eddie, you are the next to GDP in the soul. Yes, you have to report that the GDP will not help you to pay your loan and the interest. It can then be an interest on loan set 10 billion. Now we'll complete no. And now a debt to GDP ratio is 56%. And now I know say your debt no or 51 billion 0.8 pounds and 52 billion no. Where I access a gap fund bond income only 1.5 billion. Energy sector 10.6 billion and count only a city. And send a work fund, which of our quadrillion and a couple of debt to home. Sano Hydro, or Hopomaco just $50 million. What's that in 2 years? They will see a quick yes, 70 million. Menoka said, Sano Show, insurance company, commercial who said they don't trust the repayment plan of the government. They're talking away in a bomber. Yes, can prove a 3 to 1 import campus. Now, the why a balance sheet to Sankasa no more come out to my children. What did the efficiency and tension the kick and one? And I'm 356 billion. These are the issues. It's a Bible say about Trump, our danger zone. People say, I once in your lifetime. And so, people movie, who are who and one on the bar. If you are happy to know, when you are quite you, so be quite happy. It's a baby on the number now and now. It is a 1, 2, 1, 4. No, people be an idea, but that's the day, no. No problem.
I see.
Problem, no, and nobody can hear no. Because they were spending as if there's no tomorrow. And then reality has catch up with them. If they should come clear, apologize to the good people of this country that we got it wrong. Help us to fix the economy. You're going to say money at the boy. So this budget too, so I am from so opposition and no pay 2 million. Okay, can't send me. Then you know, I think my man Esther. Why not? We'll support them to help build our own country. Now, so you say, so wouldn't you be asked them? And I did any minority, any friend is there. Then you meet them.
But honorable members out. So in painful GDN is and are buying in someone so far or share no more aircan or macan. HSF, sir, in she no. A bebwa me on wait me a high, near my a bit me on my 8 me as 3 any Virginia cajon. But sending a meteo Cassim not to say, I say, we need GDB. Is it the case, sanity said, we ain't Kusiaga? Usha Crampa, Banks, okay, and a Bank of Ghana and right, almost to no Euro bond issuance this year, and in your cacao. Tanya Maway now said, a idea, Babuama, yet me a serial, you want toy, Anna.
Abano, the track record, any of the judge, no, I say. The Bank of Ghana okay say no Eurobond. What is no Eurobond? Investors in the Ghana say no Eurobond. What the can't control about command bank. There was no Eurobond. Nobody will subscribe. That's the bottom line.
Adenja. Aden.
Because there's no confidence in the economy. And if I know or you need to this kind of make here. And don't come Eurobond and then I will come. The people all find the ticket for now. As you say, what you are now problem commercial bank, who confess the amount. The flow rate not catch up and say, I put in mobile here. Me, I'm a problem who again. I'm a head and a shemo. No, but I can do the problem. I know quite a boss and a amount. As you pay and call, we never do. It is also one day. Now, we say so, if you don't want to open and cover, now quite a whole mouth, I'm a cemetery. If you just a minute confidence abandon, abandon kind of clients there. Abandon is some of your kind of went here. And I'm able to do a beer and I was to say. You're too abandoned for no. By your full break, boosting out one of those. Overhead and start to see 2 months. Ministers, let those. Can the advance flashing programs, okay? Almost to warehouse over the whole country. I'm from the consensus example, via East. I do want to play away to your cuckoo. I buy a warehouse, elbow. Company to cocoa in your soup with the pool, or to cocoa now. No, the go or would have put 3 days, no more transport at the back a car and a September. It's a warehouse, and the plan is to put our warehouse. It's not for the young because I look at your bro for about 5 bars. We're going to cross and a pattern so or to talk at home. What was the warehouse was dragged? Yes, a bromuma. Meno Yagene. What is I call a drum? No Yagene. My short say. And what they do on me, it's a government priority. Any government actions are inaccurate, you know. And the other two are be able to be you of which yes, this program, like I said, by idea. Meaning I have another day that cost 90 and fast investment to get my returns to the home. So, what's our many pick up? Corruption allegations are about way the first term and the second term. Ever seen there? When all the individual court, I can't want it. I buy also the other core executive session project. I'm saying, and who how now I buy what they will say, what chairman first excavated. Yeah, the two I'm saying. Also, so about my 1 minute to one down. Oko high, yoga, those that, and they're quite keep down. Now, when you do no confiscate those are not. Yes, she now said to keep down. You know about it. Yes, and I said to go to down, no, a more pension. No, really, Patapa on camera. Yes, no, yes, no. About which you. We are just told, America, how much America cry here? Oh, for express road to be over to. Advancing my into a free home. I pay about 78 million gallons every day. Road to no, and saying, any passenger in the tier, and you can't run the tier, and they don't even pass it on to a passenger. Like I said, yeah, another again, passenger, no, go back to them.
So, much on the begu first, no so.
50%, so no chama could do it.
There be say passenger indirectly who should now try because I born a fair normal G.
Pass it on. Yes, significant. What I say? Yes, that one no the factor money you know that tattoo. Yes, it can be. That's what I say. But we couple man a dozen. Okay, couple man 78 million citizens. Yes, it can.
Oh, I ban say we yes can be a. Wohwe na na senior minister Ora Asafuma Afuchechi me o say wo de toto e bia wo how e de mayen pollution traffic any niam bebre na de toto ho dia sika no mfaso bia no so
me na boaje first a senior minister na ka say onko collect lagoon ho even rate be bia senate for more office no so ho amount for most e wait wait, I must see abstract copper. So we see a number of that pollution on the car pollution. Then I maybe Yakumane, ya system. I know you told me, I said, who is a man for sin to say, and no, then I can queer baby. They are missing it. Because we are talking about practical things that Ebema will want to, or one person makes you know. Now, so we say, because so inconvenient for my passengers, sir. What's the point? I won't deploy electronic system of payment. People no calling Milan and I say, roadworthy, top, say they toy your prepaid card, neither the game. Who do want to come into the HM way? Never reducing traffic. You have to invest in the system. Now, why human interest in what you have to go to reduce corruption? Those who have become sicker. And look for the straight away, a dedicated account to, and it will be a cool to be able to find so. Not efficient of correcting it. It is this 21st century, you know, people must be innovative and do things right. Because you can't do the same thing and expect a different result.
Honorable, Mendas Yanope, Yebesia, Yamisha Papa, ne, Wadaje no more Anope. A member of the Finance Committee, Honorable Richard Champon, Mrashebe Juno Jama, Bia East, and now 1 year Dean Como, so far, Senior Yamasi called the economy, teach you, Bank of Ghana and run someone with the 2 buying, and I'm more to Niama, Wamo, Edigo Aquem, Momodi go Aquem, bet me aboa, Mino Mieno, ye home bet me a hang, na Senior Yamo SCIA, you bet me I come, you better fine, but still, that's idea no.
Ghana is currently experiencing the highest level of unemployment recorded in the Fourth Republic at an estimated 14%. This government's response has been the adoption of short-sighted, populist, ad hoc, and poorly conceived programs that have done more harm than good. Even those enrolled on the knee-jerk NAPCO program have found themselves at home after 3 years and have remained unpaid for several months. I hear that even national service personnel, for the first time, are owed several months' allowances. Our governance institutions have been politicized and have virtually become wings of the new patriotic party. Indeed, the problems of our country are legion, and the failure of this government has been spectacular on all fronts. In the coming days, I'll make a fuller statement on this state of affairs on behalf of the NDC, which remains the most viable alternative to this failed regime.
Well, Rajon Mama, and no Casano. Now, Bakubio Kaya, a Chima Sumpa, Pacho, a National Service for no, as more kinds of anat was what take crass, Yasibu Sumi near Wahoyan Tiamoka, more allowance you could uncle. No cray. National Service for Mummy and Husu.
Ghana, Muntie, Naman Sanyason, at the work of Yaman Homenesu Ejiji Tonton Sansain, I would need 100.9 FM.
Yanko ni mianto aso de bonkrata na egusu ye hwe ni mu nsem no
Wabakwesi abam say I wonne papa kasa na mate ade yase.
Yare.
Sa a policy rate ya me say akwa 17% nti mu nkwaji bi na de ahoto beba no. Sa na nya sa mom na. Sra menti ase.
Policy rate no chese sa sika na e wo ho no. Who say ya na Bank of Ghana. Central Bank no mo commercial banks no bosia.
Okay.
Omuko jiska wo mo.
Okay.
And the first pa na ejina bem say 14.5%. Almost by 15%.
Okay.
And na womode I could do 17%. And ti we no sisi no say commercial banks for no kwa kobo bosia e wo Bank of Ghana ho a. Enka no na nka insihu no omode to so no sa ebi ankombe kwa akoduru no a no. Omakwa abroso a nka bia 14.5%. But sisi no omode cost 17%. Esan say one person bosia bo no bosia bo ho ye din
ebe kofom
say na ebe ya one nkonko bosia because one person sika be ba system because sika bebre na inflation ni ade nyina kosoro
anti scano emma bebre bi
so one person sika so ti wo system no
poi ani ana mesra mo na me
say commercial banks yom ko bosia no nti ono kona sisi ade no se wokoto ade kwa na se wokodi dwa kwa akoto ubeto ade wo mi ho ade first ba na me to ma 1000 na sisi me de 1005 enti ni oba beto afi ono sisi me de 500 account enti wuso ba What did be back home? And teacher said,
Otowa man no nso beka se ebuo ni nti wonto. But first no anana buafo no. Me be fa. Me nso me koton no fofofo.
Yeah.
Nti se
already now po ade ni gina 14.5% no. We dey call ukoji busia bank interest rate egusu si kokona ko check. Kona na sisi a wo mo san raise ade dey mean say 17.
Mr. Muetiefo na mentiase.
Enti wo dey say e bia na me ka no. Won ti ase yi a nyame ncha de me start kan Dr. George Domfe. Na wo mo na oye economist. Enti memo asan chire sa de kakra. Ansa na
metia na me di ahoto aba.
And I say am
policy rate in the Hotaba,
Sisiana, Busia born, Sisi. Mamma, man, so Doctor, don't fade down, so I said, Doctor, that's about Quabani FM. So now, I did have in church, which I come now. One of the son of pay my swan, so sound your catch a month for so. Policy rate is 17% in a month for Muko, Namukodio. And I'm saying, Cabana, a few more Nabusia Bono, I had the house to see a month for Concoji. And Patrick says, a policy rate in a costrono, which means a Busia commercial bank for Nukobefi Bank of Ghana, Central Bank. No, that means a costro, Meboa. Medasi.
Ghana, you or maybe I know you said the regime, there's a choir of first war, what is said, oh mine. Ghana, any of the friend inflation targeting regime. There be a monetary targeting and a regime. And I read for around 2003, no, or better name, I'm not inflation targeting and a regime. Now, or maybe I'll practice inflation targeting regime beyond. Yeah, offended because inflation is the main anchor around which you build your economy. Let us say, we should near my bono for the sea ecocom. Now, the near man feed you now can. Macroeconomic and indicators here, and maybe I know that the social share the health of the economy. Say, the way you Maya who practice inflation targeting. The way you say growth, growth international and reserves, policy rate. Will be the overthinking. So the why is it be a financial? Not inflation, they do say, they do hope a amount. And then they sell inflation targeting. And then my boy, the piano, I feel that you why is there a big do a feeling query? Then my boy, and none is and the same another.
Okay.
If you do not turn out, I said, Uber, you say, be a teaching, be the policy rate in watching. We're teaching me, Marco, please, a babuama, wait not the old pet. So they're never born a bit near that. And then they're inflation targeting at the regime.
Okay.
And Ghana. Free blood course, can be a dear Bakwan, the Thai Chin of a different policy rate. The policy rate, the rate at which central bank lends to the commercial bank, so they kind of paper, and only the mother of all interest rate. The Ghana commercial banks, it be Eco Bank, Standard Chartered Bank, Prudential Bank, Ghana Commercial Bank, Nina Commercial Bank. That's our commercial bank. He said, the year Sika, you call or more Coco Gisicano, almost year Sika. Bank of Ghana and a Ecogia. Bank, I want to see who we are or this is who am I on. And the policy rate, might be our say they will see a friend. Now, then a man struggle now, or my economy no music as someone yellow. I get back on higher price, interest rate. Yana, I was sort of, in fact, and you should move on and say, yeah, that one is one factory. And calculate interest rate from us. And Kakuni the chain, said the Etiano. If interest rate, a idea I was showing yet. There was the thing, and say, Bussian Unsimuna, a cost of the baby. Yeah. The Bussians who cost the baby bar. A month for now of the punk or Jimbossian dear at Juma. A month for India Juma, so no. Now, the one I see a kilo one beer or more banning and Kodano, also about Juma yet. Yes, I buy young one, they said, or employee be our Juma. If I use a movie and say, Ghana every year, you over 300,000 Ghanaians, and they ready to say, buy one or the other Juma Pano at the normal day, only 5,000. Nurses name a woman to training colleges. Uncle Father came about 88,000 every tertiary institution. Now, Omoba, a Jumaniho. Now, American money at their policy rate here. Yeah, can watch me. American friends, this country. I mean, no Kata says, Americans and Omatu. He drive this country. We need 1%. In fact, the last time I checked, there is 0.5%. I think about a month or so ago, minimum, and almost to but every 1% is that. There is 0.25%. And I'm saying, average lending rate in US, 2.7%. And to the US, if you could just for $100 million US. Well, US school also the Koyajuma. As this one, also the here, banks in Atikana 2.7 million and banks in it. Also, you must be and then there will be now a day. As one at this Kaba, I said, a Koyanim Kakra and Sana de Sikaba. It means what the Koba said, the interest rate in our former. Now, who be a Jumano, maybe I think a US now and here, you know, that's a $100 million. Then they will chairman banks and go a new 30 million. Let us say about 70 million there, even after 10 years. About 70 million there. Now, what to be the global Jumanu, I'm a year. I understand Ghana. And then Obiko, yes, I heard the basic. Now, say, now, policy rate 13.5. Actually, the 2 months call 14.5, and now go to 17. Now, you're 13.5, and I'm checking, and average lending rate 21%. Yes, Obi US, I'll not go about $100 million US. Also, 2.7 million. I'm a bank, and in rest calculation. What about Ghana? Also, who done any alcohol with 100 million Ghana? No one take 21 million. I'm a bank. As a very damn shame, then Canada, the bank has had you now. The it is all the Juma, or Jim Bank was the Juma. It's young what you know. Now, at the bank has had the castle, not almost in the order the cat. And now, with the Canada Juma, who is the car, the person actually. This is the Catholic as you go to prison. Oh, you don't go to it's for my interest rate. And what should be an economy and your papa. Say be an economy in Yahoo and the interest rate in a day. A cost the economy in Yahoo and the interest rate in the cost of Mamaka Ghana for Kakra. Around the year 2014, the economy in Yahoo policy rate was a million 27%. 27, you know, didn't go with America, and Yan Crash again economy, and said they have to swap on some 2017. Said they are not a decanon. Also, interest rate, and also you want to see the back one. The ditches economy and I want to say. Okay. America is the US, almost this country, you know, this country, 0.25%. Yeah, the PCS, not a near my air cost of about Ghana is 2014 policy rate, then 27%. In fact, the whole Africa. Namibia and Kuan and Ghana, now the cost of credit, they are better than them. The year 2016, Kuan and Yura, John Damani Mama, they are Kufrano, Eberman and Kufuadon. Time of demand, on 7th January 2017. No policy rate is 25.5%. Yet, in fact, 10 years or Mano, I want you to Bama, and your man to Mono Kosra and a day, I want you to Bama. Those days now, do Sonny at the Adiba, and I want you to Bapa. And then you man a cost from said I shall see at air cost. That time, there was a policy with 10.4%. And so, am I in the average lending rate about 17%. One, the lowest in almost about 40 years. Ghana, average lending rate about 17%. Am I banks, you know, and now of Papa or Qua, so not Ghana, not me or more Ghana, 2005, 2006, thereabout. Who are about to be a standard number or some other boy? I am Shama or the Julu. Or I'm a Bachelor's Bank, no, or a bank, but a Ghana phone which in the car. That's not as well lending rate, you know. Now, but smart be 17%, and that was the best in over 40 years. I'm the last 40 decades. That was the best period. Now, unfortunately, at the end of 2019, no policy rate in Ankasano, now 16.5. And then yet, me and I know now the person in Jika Class, a woman's Ghana economy and our challenges, baby, by 2019, and then crash and the amount of chapters. Because now policy rate now, that the net 25.5%. Come on, you got on the money, Mama, a dark of animal, I'm an adonal. Now, above my by the group, the Cano, 15.5%. Now, Tama, the real COVID immune, COVID in the sharp, and I buy and she says, and I'm COVID in our burning, the economy is stronger. The policy rate so not the Kanyafo. Now I'm for Yesika, now I'm for fun and 30 or Mukabatam and Nani Omuni. So the economy, COVID in the Indians is also born here and was so much a bit me I recover. And rather so, we know say the third quarter of the year, the fourth quarter, the third quarter, the economy grew 6.7% a year 2021 third quarter. Yeah, it's say that time is now with the two quarter. It's me as my primary economy growth here. And the problem with the growth. The problem a car. I mean, the problem your petrol and the year to 2 mama Honchiraba. Then I'm saying with chance otherwise very beautiful thing and then case here. Policy rate you could do 13.5 and then Kayako. Unfortunately, I start a new man our Ghana. If any man Guinness Anna and all Cotadia Yatin, it's not Cotadia Yatin, Secobasana. I did a Bank of Ghana and say, Obey man the policy rate, Obey Mamuso Amanakostro. O Mamusu Sana a Kostra, Obia and about other lending rate, because when I know because let me about 26 and not 25%. It's a Cobasana, Obia and Co. Papa said, all called Obusiabi, and the other the Jumum, Tanipano, Obejai, Obia, Afena, was your school, and now I say this over the Yajuma, or Kobanga Kojabusia, and Obejai. In the Kobasana, the attendance of I mean, unemployment. A Bama unemployment in a day, an aquasro. Economic growth in Ankatan, economy minimum, a Bama engines are born here also, because the police rate in the Kofoma. And the children near my that the police rate in the Kosra, not Busiambo, a Jaya Dindia. Then I need Padubo now, Busian on the Obia. The Busian on your dinner. A month for Yakwanya, Papa, and Jebusiano. And I'm sorry, my month for Juma at Tuchima. A Juma to Timaswa. Oh, dear, we are swatty. Maybe a swatty. Yemia and Akojaba did the swatty. No, be a swatty. The best is economy, so entire economy, the growth, and now, the productivity, and also they had a conform. A conformer, a hochano, and a debaba, and a casing. Minia, then be a better policy rate cost to be an ass and papa.
I see.
Dana, a non to be crow, whom we are. Hey, I want me also when you try. Since I got the Bahuchano, United, the Padona, I was the cat. Yeah, I would be a match or motor. Tinama, going off a par. Almost to me and Tantan. That's a Bank of Ghana, a man of course, we say, secure what amount for Butuno, a better assay. The amount for Ankano, cheap, a good and Yamano, and the cough from Katra, and I'm sorry, I'm near my buono, so Abba from Katra, I'm a because I'm inflation, I a little bit stabilized.
But dog, so I mean, what him say, yeah, Ghana, yeah, minimum system I see operating at the inflation regime, system, targeting regime. Enti ni a Bank of Ghana for ye ni nyina no se ne be ya sika so bete sika enwo system mu bebre na ye mfendi niama echi na ye to because ye sika di niama na echi bebre gidigidi no na amanfo so to niama no so na ekosoro na da bia nti ade bia auto no e bia nka 10 Ghana cedis o chena be ko na bia edu be 15 Ghana da bia na ekosoro saa enu nti na omo ye saa de but membusa o ebeboa policy rate o mapagye mu empre bebre mu economies nia nti nyoma ye ampanyampa se betimi aboa ma sika so ate e wo system num inflation no beba fam anete be edwuma
o hwe data na wo na na echetem bia e binya ho chiri bia no na ye ne fin 2003 call am inflation target ne bia bia ye binya ho chiri asa ye be ka kwa ye wa jona de kunku for so also ye bi sama 2007 2008 ahon chiri ba pa ye be ka na America to share offend the Iraq so my oil boy then they could do $155 per barrel and that time say in June 2017 Emma do something say deal there was global food crisis and America so subprime mortgage Emma almost ka some year but and I'm say omudi akotu we are say amika something no omudi ka some year but and we are seeing na my deal ka Ghana. Many as I no 2007, 2008, and near my drink a crime, Kisatam, you were going to prove also based on a policy rate, almost 2 months, I don't know, and I'm just after never from that dimension, almost 2 months, all the corner, we are not 12.something%. A day, but it was 4.something%. But now it can be said, 2013 2014 dum so ano ye din 2015 dum so ano ye din na nema ye din no eno so na nema bu okosoro a enti saatem no Bank of Ghana sa se wo tutum yen kakra onye se bia ye fiti ya ye free sa 12% na President Kufoja no enye se bia ye fiti ya na ye kodu 27 na America no da bi kakra si ya da bia monetary policy committee no ya ye nchefe brano omusia no mu chefe the economy ni si sika sam city na amanfo ahokyere se city na omuye hyehyɛ so da be amanfo ekomu ebe ha wo mo enti sabre no ora kwan omufa so ye sa edi sa adwuma no ene na kakra na ka se ekokodu 27% a echi na chiba afom kakra yura dondamani mahama ebe kono na 25.5%. na enam se 2017 2018 2019 ene ma sa se ye na ahokyere no ekọ fom kakra ntino ma Bank of Ghana nya opepa etete ami policy rate no so bi ahokyere no bekọ fom no Bank of Ghana wo hwe ahokyere no susu bie no ene bi efe no an inflation no because me was scarcity ba kon ebetumi ato emo one bag na me de koto mo one bag ni ko du ye say emo bag no ene ye two series it doesn't need to have bag so have bag half no so na mebusia one bag na so 1 month this time we are going to depend on half bag yeah and the beer the professor e the ahokyere beba e kon beba fa the beer the yeme so it's a bank no who say sa na niam kwa e ho anu aba sanye eniema no kosa because of say sika wa manfo boto enti ne yen pega policy rate no the pega musana ebe ma niema sika ewo efom no ebeko efom kakra sika no ko foma na amanfo asusu tu content no mo de koto niema ebeko fom ebe ya ma bia na two policies and the economy you dey friend monetary policy and then dey friend fiscal policy monetary policy no omo no wo akwanya say omo be ma policy rate no akosoro so da be ya amanfo sika wo amanfo butom na dey ebe firi wo ebe kofom ama amanfo nika 10 omo de ekoko tony ama na ebe kofom ama na ema bo akofom na ade ba akon ya na esabo an se nka omo no yese no na Bank of Ghana finance ministry omo the control fiscal policy no nka omo so ayen hye say you increase tax omo so increase tax pe and so ya another akwanya about first so this is free amanfo to it is emra wo behu say ye ma tax ekosoro ya sama policy rate ekosoro no ekobasa ye say aba no ne ho akere nti eti ni policies no contractionary the kind of contractionary and that is aba no ati assess economy ne nti afi de be ko a emfo the kind of expansionary and only time abai ma amanfo agya taxes or to pay taxes so and only time policy rate no yeah so rate 2017 abai expansionary monetary policy and also expansionary fiscal policy then and that year time no 2017 abai yi taxes makoma 17 the budget no already you know efiri ho we are saying that we disika egu amanfo butum and the policy rate is almost at so we are saying now man aye mresa amanfo betumi akọ bank akọje butia the kaba o me manu ni aboagye de kyene say ebuama amanfo timi eye nyuma bebrebe bi mo omo adwuma dada no omo nya sika omo tire omo nkrabatam omo ni bi so omo timi ya hyehyɛ ebie ami enyuma na se koba se abai eye hyehyɛ be masika si amanfo botoma ye ba ne se ye wo adwuma dada no bosia no obo ema adwuma ni etimi tira to agya bosia no bo na adwuma na ha afi efon adwuma no fun asa ne wakati ye du a osimi ntimi nya dai ntimi ehwe mu nyina enum pe na nka omo maka no omo nko eti enya adepa se ye beti de policy rate ekoso tabia bekoso bia no ade bone enya ade papa zabre ya akoso yi ewo mu se fa me kai aye 19 kro we mia ede wo na yicha ese no so enema bo no koso pa se no so ma anya ade kakra no ipa do na ntimi nkonja so enkoto se no na ma o ma ya sa se le ba se no enya no ahogoro so enya ade papa na tell na okwase no ubusa no ebetumi amana sika you because you rajo na je kum go for breast no o ma policy rate no e ko soro no otumi boa ma enema no na that na inflation na atinkensa na e ko soro no me ka do nya sen be de kra the hu na as inflation na be 15%. You rajo na je kum go for breast otumi control e enti south na you rajo na mani ma so ba e ya ho chene ba e no policy rate no so ma no ko ni in America. No,
Okay.
it means
Okay.
history, any day I want, and Bank of Ghana, Jaswa, or science here, and I will give them a pastor. History, the real history, Casano. I'm a bad idea. A bread, clear, you know. And then I'm born as I do a Jimmy Cachantano. Eventually, I stabilize
Wait, Nyamibo is no about the tougher crama because more questions by community and person busa. So ebani say ni aba do baby away. I mean, I'm sure say questions ni bia ucheche mu mete o kan ebia 2018 and 2019 na nyama mu ye and so ebani say dia na ko ba ye ma nyama mu aidin sa no.
Very important question. Adia ekoba nyama bebrebe na ba ko di kai pa no COVID. COVID no ebe sha se no na me ka say the debt to GDP ratio is 62.8%. Yeah, we are not the new series now increased from 56.7% it was in 2016. About the 62% in 3 years. That is already about almost every year the Aranka debt to GDP ratio cost of 6.5%. Now 3 years I think cost 5.5. And then I mean, I did go see and say, now you are 2020 mono. Now I buy the budget. The budget you know what to say. What say the baby sika 85 billion. Why are the new grant after 2020 man? Or no so according to our budget at 4 the government revenue mobile 6 billion. That is about what's your baby every year about 18 billion will be here the associate. Ama Ghana yet near Boyano and Akon. That is the Kabusian and Kayan also the 18 billion there. It's a reason and deficit. I mean, fiscal deficit is about 4.7% of GDP. That is a yara. When we say 4.7, if you say, because about now says because the fiscal deficit is 5% now, or no says Andrano, thank you, 5% in 2019. But Nanka Minia, Nanka Ayara, Sana said, but put you on the water. The very last thing I ran by, Emma, I buy a 85 billion and also beginning. They ended up spending 104 billion. That is a 19 billion more. And on 56, Nanan when you're 55, that's all the difference between the revenue and expenditure. Acquire 49 billion instead of the 18 billion. It's after I buy a quarter and I'm standing in 6 hours or double 17 billion. The cover of 49 billion. Now, what's Abusia, I'm a bank my and IMF my Bank of Ghana, across Ghana, bed. Emma, Timusiani, a course of Abusiana course. And then a man with debt to GDP ratio, a man who a man home from 62.8% to 19. 20 barrier, now, but it is 77.1. It is a question, and she just what I want to say. Or maybe a Tissa Ghana, a debt to GDP. Yes, then I have seen the baby fire. I have seen Siena. The debt to GDP ratio because it is 70%, it is 70%. This year, no bread. Now, over last year, Omukan and Crew, and say, last year, a number of things. The figure is 72 billion. About the 35 billion, they go to Yaka. Oh, Omukan Dosua, Okana Utiano, Obre, and Copatana. It can't say we are the year, maybe I saw your mouth here. And my poor Akatia, we know Papa at Antikin. Road Nessa, we are with me. And hospital Nessa, we are with me. And never be the bar for the other, yes, and I call them in the beginning with me. So once me and your son, and my the general economy and economy day. It's a basa. It's in the new idea contributing part significantly. There are so many reasons, but the most important one is COVID. No, a command by and a COVID is also if you are calling and now increments and some has the economy and has the group, Papa. Because over my 2020, the economy grew 0.4%, and that was the worst since 1983. We share a 1983 economy, and took 10 pounds will grow for that. Said 2020, as a since 1984, all the way to 2019, economy better in terms of growth. But 2020 growth in the price for the worst since 1983. And so 2021 now, who say growth no amount for minutes one by democracy and just say between almost 5%. Yeah, and you know what the third quarter we 6.8%. And not just your growth in the economy in India. As Abano Class and also now a kind of Bobu and I should be a man and I cannot about 2020 and then the debt GDP ratio they say 80%. In fact, the last time I saw I did that to Jao finance our parliament. No, I say 78.5%. Sorry, 77.5% at the end of September. It was only a account, we are almost the October, November, December, no, the Kahua. That is a dirty situation. And then no one to be medical because you tell me 8 that I don't know. Who told me 8 it's not unfortunate. Who told me 8 your debt has become unsustainable. Who told me 8 10 beyond the cow, the coach, Okano. Prove I'm not doing so. And I'm saying to them, we not of the part of 1 month for the day.
I see. Now, Mimusa, even though details, no, Minister for Information may assume to say by Friday, but I'm sure say what it be. To send you a bit is okay. Well, review of the flagship programs of ABOAGYE, a big crack account, and I've just read one a post be Professor Jampo here. I want also, and you maybe I watch it. For instance, so far, fuel coupons are buying and paying for near Kaka, buying penny for. Any penny for be on Wakasa, the Yamani Yay, and in Yama who will be. Yes, Bank of Ghana, the measure see about 2 dry, ye do come on near Cajon. A business say, baby, I do know. Look, Tanya Mawanino, Abino, I said, what is so? One my country is okay, yes, me 30% of salary. I buy my appointees, may you so, and no crowd said whom ye send a tier appointees, why, and the why in the Cacaho. It shouldn't be just. Like talk. Move can't say na keke. Sanya ma wenyina baby edunu. Esi atete sanya ma wenyina so. Oh no so say na tima.
You know no say amount will because about no and cut expenditure especially around Oma mene do na agent. Se dia abaka the ministers akatua kra no when the ministers now afro again the improvement my akase yanti will be ake 60% another 20% another the NT should be ano minia that's how the community yaka nanka no fan say na minia but maminka says when Germany says ni naka ikana ministers is kan kedo tie o ka no so o ka say no problem na you no because I would the I say would a city ato anchor insu anchor man. And me and your risk cannot put 10 anchors there. And it's so significant because I feel about what spend this 137 billion. It means it's like a piano one market no we jadi cha and no shut down fat and since I so be young who's so be Adia na Fabin yen say. If I would channel by I am watching. It is the bachelor the ministers are kept at 20%. And my amount for Mufolia and Arishin say about no crowd, I say, I'm not sure. I'm and I'm a hotel in Tino, or no cry at a commassa, who are buying. The Oka send be a mouth for the king say, oh, I want you to buy, we see Ubia day. Ubia me and Belton, who's working out.
Okay.
And the Hoka can the money and yes, the capotin, the because I said that so significant. And then yes, as well as the entire economy as well. Then also leadership now. A Wama, as you said, you will be Sibiana, the Yahu, but I'm on for the Occupy Day. So, I don't think the homine or Mokasano at the Yagano. Now, cannot petrol boards, I'm on for cat, you say.
Sure.
And the on ticket.
Yeah.
Sabra no kasi petrol no taxes ne say makuma konson. Na makuma konson no. Ukoto 1 liter beer na about 10 cedis no. Emu 1.1 cedi 92 pesos and a car buy. 1 cedi 92 pesos. Next one say still about credit taxes in the wa. Petrol no no be cover 80 I mean pesos be actually.
Yeah.
I mean I never come make can say about 80 let's say Ukraine send me a abbey. About 80 na nsema ayi dollar ya na ho de no ate awuratsena de yesi de
so almost pump $2 billion be about to
course yes about you taxes in question wa enche within a minute you better have to 10 cities and the bro sa enti ye kasa na tida de ba kwanya aba nhwe me antin se so obi taxes na free wa eno yi free wa still as sa ni ma we cost wa ekono patu ye bet cost wa to na bodin pa na de ba kwa aba bit na hanti ya no dollar the dollar ni say do ni be kasa speculation so abem enam say sabre dollar no ahode e dey say in fact who be say achepa yi within 3 weeks dollar netting access and a bit to Ghana achepa 1990 so and that's asking me it is asem KCLC no in the Puma Sibrana say a bank of Pesicana on shiem no on supply Bank of Ghana
na sika akopa wa mfa Eurobond this year abusia kwa nkrofo esunti was no Eurobond issuance this year Bank of Ghana for aka 2 billion
because I don't see about me. Everyone my results no ekosoro. The results no ya nyane ntie say ya wo 9.9 billion. Time we read budget in time we can say results of 9.9 billion. And we 4.9 import cover. It is average abano omo mo transfer obetimi ya to go na egu the 2 billion and 3 billion kwa on to na dollar no so o my dollar no do so a. That speculation amount for na almost $1 here say almost we can say the best time or more money for so no be jai so almost come be plan $1 and say pass if you buy fa any sad no and many ya Bank of Ghana yes am as $1 ni jina and no be one machine the global market price for oil no pa cost a boama oil no fan wona ho den e jina kakra say na koye asotro mienu eso yakasa asotro mienu ema and any $1 no say no fango bo so amanseja so no kwa na ekosoro enti basa na fango no ye tono na ekosoro so ekosoro nyina so no eti ahu kire enti ho no aban fo na ni hwe na Bank of Ghana as immediate as possible no sikana de bia odi bedwa so no offer about 10 emum sisi na $1 no emu ewo bank ne and forest and bureau no e bu sisi a bon say ebe man $1 no asha se ekofo dollar na say say ko from man for the city na say appreciate against the dollar we go say don't go na nka no omuto sie say dollar na be say ama o matone enye ska no omu be jai ama say speculation if no see here no jide mapa say dollar no so e be nya be bi kakra de na esi
I see which means niayatie say aban almost person $2 billion si egumi ya de but nsembusan kra bi say okay say 2 billion ko fa bem say niama kinkan kakra ne say say we raise from a consortium of banks or Ghana Hanum see any account minim say bi art bi sa any sa na moy say nia hunifa
minanti mini antilete say me asema ye kana no so the bia me ka say economy bi yin be ko heaven that's on ba go pe so the ka say kana kreda o kai no because sabi o he any mani mu pa dia me ya buy and decision I make and that's the most prudent decision to make. Now, it me address speculation. It me address speculation. Now, you could any long term and measures maybe any be so moye. Make the macadi be say anka yen say nanka takra de enklivono. Yamo modansi BC oil and refinery nanka you two fan ona. Yet me I done it anyway. I mean Ghana is saying if you want to say every day be on average it's to 214,000 barrels of crude oil. But I mean I say ship there the kwama on any akwakoton. Say we are not BDC I mean I'm on no makoto refine, no more their fast ship, no more their aba. The cost of transporting the refined oil no ni na ye koto oil na ni na kaka no. But the amount for say very difficult and you just say Kalu and answer Oma Mutu at the farm or ye be makwa say ye refining or so them rally city ya said any pan ya buy enfaning ko na ye share not a crowd at enclave as immediate as possible no ye mo just betimi aye tema oil refinery we betimi ye nsasu bi e water crowd yanka oil no you see a consumer about 120,000 a day. Let me refund 60,000 krana. And get a cobasia and Kadabua. I'm a said Josso, as you Monayana, a sheep recopeno, this year, a sheep recopeno. Yes, I will be a final. Dabua, the say just no e sha dan kai pre purpose of the e kai we idea the ability the Mexican wants to match it about she has oil. Won't you maintain what's in the okay, some of catching one day, you use that. But then you say, you know.
You can put the lecture hall, yeah, that's a pioneer. Me shira, one no adage, that's it. Right, Dr. George Dumfet, economist, senior research fellow, Center for Social Policy Studies, University of Ghana. Anope. I went to be not a before. Well, I appreciate him come away now before. Before pen and an inside there. And okay, we're breaking Yama down. What the above form? Why appreciate this and come away now? Where before?
See, our me who say, Yanim Podia Yanka. But young boys, no gets me. What Robert? The seed robbers. What gets me, and no. So we jebi na kabako we jebi na kabako said the over question na so sika no ukofa we na wo ko obi ho ukwa asre said the nanka first no yano no tia wa be mu anya nipa no mfom so wa anya bi nso ama wa appreciate anya nipa no mfom so enti daba
yeah. And a pay me cry, me feeling come on. Me feel it. Wow.
Breaking it down.
Yes, what when feeling now you be for. For pay need 100.9 Ghana Montie Kwabena. Na o se dey omo dey girls ni say wo mo koye dey so no say. You send me message be voice be o ya me bo SCC ah. What's the girl said? Who can be about girls? Say more girls.
Obi a wo mienu. Just a wood jabby. Anya sa wo ho bekyere wo. Ofa kwesi woni me say yati. Yaketua yaje. And yaje ama ye answer to say the yakate salary 30%. That's right say. And yama bo no edwane giant. Who to petra? The first nanka me to petru ha. Me baba mi. Ti a 200 ya. Baba akon nimu ho. Ntiti sa woto be ya 300. Ukodwa so koto niama the same thing. Nti yama yentumi meti yentumi make ends meet. What mas? Hanti ade ahokyere bebenti ebia ekwan ya kane ya faso a ya spend ya sika edidi ya tena ha ya di ya ni anyonkofo ni ade no ofakwesi ya se ya teso dan se bi mfiri be ya ma ofakwesi ade ba konso a menti ase ne se yentumi nyansese bia yemfa dollar endi jawa ha because e bi ton wo mu dan dollars uko ayi be kura to me high a dime dollars. The $1.5 yankwa. Well, one j. And now ya were a miamia who do be or crowd could didia. Tis a $2. And now being so one more. No, I cost $1 baby. One no friend too quiet. No, they are called goo. Oh, I see a young Sabia a bet to me abua. That dollar ya did ya did taught dying, ya did rented dying. Yadi ya yi wa hanom no so over kwesi yanyai danka wamu a ekra ne amafiri aburokyire ba no omu na ebia ye betumi amu omu sa akwanya no die edija nkeye eye pa
Need 100.9 Ghana Montie Jumedie Suno Asiogwe ye frame kwesi ABOAGYE mene kwabena ma fa no pe Jumedie so ye da so a wa hanom sen ye hwe enkomo ensema hodo mo adwenkyere nche making kan bi 0503721744 na media mamu.
My name is Kojo Oponkroma, Minister responsible for information. It's true, over the last weekend, the executive branch of government, led by the president and his ministers, had a cabinet retreat. It's a regular retreat, one done every quarter. But this retreat had the opportunity to look at some of the emerging economic difficulties globally and how they are affecting Ghana. And the president has made a number of decisions. One, he's made a decision on the borders, when to open the borders, the residual preventive systems to put in place at the borders to ensure that while the borders are opened, we still don't have infections crossing over from our borders into the Ghanaian jurisdiction. And again, while the borders are open, we're able to protect our populations from the risks of insecurity from the northern frontiers. Two, the president has also taken some very bold decisions on the currency. And the currency, as you know, is managed first by the central bank, but the broader economic managers also have a role to play. So the central bank today, Monday, after its monetary policy committee meetings, which are even taking place before the cabinet retreat, will announce its measures on what it plans to do on smoothing currency transactions and reducing pressure on the cedi. But later in the week, the finance minister will also give an update on what central government is doing to shore up the currency. This is all part of short-term measures, even as we work towards the medium and long-term measures aimed at boosting the strength of the Ghanaian cedi. Another thing that the president confronted and dealt with was the fiscal situation, revenue, expenditure, debt management in between. And the president is taking some far-reaching measures and giving some clear instructions. Instructions essentially that will ensure that we stay on the budget deficit target for the year and stay on the deficit path for the next 2-3 years and ensure that the fundamentals are kept firmly in place. The finance minister is engaging with various stakeholders in the economy and who announced to the country sometime this week the details of those fiscal measures. But you can be rest assured that the president has given clear directives on what he will not compromise on. And the kind of measures that will be taken will cut from the very top right down to the bottom. And all of us hopefully can get to play a part in it. Another matter that cabinet dealt with and the president took some clear decisions on had to do with fuel prices and inflation. And he's asked the finance minister and the minister for energy to engage with stakeholders in the economy, particularly on the fuel side, on how to ensure that some lasting solutions are brought to bear that ease the pressure, so that despite increases on the global front, we can do something about the situation here in Ghana a little bit. We look forward to the entire country supporting these measures, even as they are announced later this week. All the best.
Atankona prenu fana kwasi ABOAGYE darling boy and some good woman intodua. Eyi kugu ewemu a inya misa. Ghana Montie if you need FM so.
We streaming live on Facebook as well. Bet me tie no sharing. Need 100.9. Your station, our station. Orako Joponkoma Minister for Information Artists Wakasana. So anyama be 9 and I'm say obobo so what that one sem chese omuhia ye omampanyini mpanyifo omuhia ye cabinet retreat yawada copy me kwehia da no kwan a womo ebefa so a border no da ben ene omu bie border ene bambo a womu di go akwam na Ghana for basabasa bia entimi mba oman mu waka border one sem sanso no kan ye currency near Bank of Ghana currency na chese sika sem teach you fa na bia Ghana ye cedi ne dollar ahoden yomo be ma ebeye Ghana cedi no na ahoden betimi akosoro na bebia dollar na akwa akodu na ebi etimi aba fom kakra na Ghana ye betimi ahwe dollar na kakra woka eno ho asem ena woka bebia ba aban sika aban enya eni sika wo mu edie tani ebeye a enkoye se yes sika eba no yes sika popotwe bi ensu ni edi abroso se ohwe sika ye nya revenue debia na se deficit yedi deficit na chese wedi ama broso debia deficit na chese yedi ma broso sa enti kan ye fiscal ye deficit ho enso asem omudi ho komo kwan enhihye omudi go akwam se na be ya enko se yedi sika no buru na chese abroso sa ne ye nya no nheda ndo so ne yedi abroso eno wo mo de niam edi go akwam kan ye fuel and inflation so ho asem inflation ade na oto no 10 Ghana cedis ene ubedu na se 12 Ghana cedis we ko na 15 Ghana cedis se eniama no bo no kwa na ekosoro sa kwa na ekosoro entu eno so ho nhihye niama a wo mudi go akwan mu na ebetimi ama ye inflation no yetimi aso ano na ahokyire no enkonko ye more fuel prices eno so mudi hu komo mo fa kwan am be fa so ye petrol bo no isi a bibia nam no de jack petrol kra wom se be ma akwantuo ni na nantie basa na so ate nantie basa no isi a ntimi nkosra ge ntimi nkosra boy ntimi nkosra obia yeah obia betre fie one more 2 girlfriends 3 girlfriends isi a be fa ba ko pe and fancy muso which one's here for COVID is for park if I'm in fair doctor second despite yeah in fair doctor second despite I try to check me say here for common aid what do you mean say here for this time it's scaffolding ya omuna kromusu because ada petrol no omuso omuntobi first by petrol ni say ni abis beto no baby eduwe until 2 now you can't visit 2-3 girlfriends. So 1-5-2-3 girlfriends are now here. Baba akope. Paso. Then ba kukum die. Nanti basa na sisi ani na so beti. Eno nkwampo nti die ne petrol no bo no nkostro. Eno nkwanti petrol no bo no nkostro. Isi mon nante basa
na ayasa wo mmede
eba na sa so no so besra uba bo no be kostro
ofa kwesinti wono wantena fie makomo
pacho agro ni edio wenim na pese mo ni jikaka yes ani etie musuban ni e kan radio so
ade ba ko a ye betumi asre
tani amotie no ni e kan radio so no
aha ye be sre
yes ni aye tie
ofa kwesi baby a wo mo rented sre go ne kan omu entu wona mo ofu etemai
nonsense
ni ade
fancy mu faso
onu bo onu wo fo
akwete man for mo mfi ko bra
ehwa dan no wo fo me chen silego bi wanhwɛ a wobɛtua bɛyɛ 1,000 month si a nso sɛnni hɔ a fence no de bɛtua rent.
And I'm on baby. Needs 100.9 Ghana Montie Jumedi Siriminkin Kaimo comments nibi. Indeed, the dollar has arrested Dr. Baumia Ampa. That's why Baumia is missing. Because he's nowhere to be found and speak about it. He's in hiding. He's in hiding. Abladi, Fie Kuma, hiding. Which one is that now? Hey, my people, that too. JM Kasa. Kasa Tintin Toponko. MPP 5 years in power is better than the NDC 20 times. No matter what Ghana's economy will rise up again. Komensa Wadifi Pillar 2 and what they buy. Former President Mahama is misleading his party and Ghanaians at large. Why? Because he's telling Nanado that he has brought hardship to Ghanaians. But that's never true. That is one here from Ericus. Fiapre ahimfie enimu and Wadifi and what they buy. Ghanaians don't need ex-President Mahama to give us false hopes because we have already banked our hopes in President Akufo-Addo. We know that with all the pragmatic measures already in place, sooner than later things will change for better. That is the our Sankiri and Odifi Taifa and Odebaye. So, Mr. Incompetent, John Mahama has the guts to talk about economic issues. Someone who created unemployment because of IMF. Okubaku will say, gracious me. That is Kwejo Edupako, President, concerned creator of social media, Achimesium, and Odifi and Odebai. If ex-President Mahama thinks he could do a better job than the president, then he must be living on another planet. Kwesi Botri, Edifi, Australia, and Odebai. Somebody should tell former President John Mahama to be very serious and stop the cheap and the propaganda politics and the empty lectures. What in Denmark? We see. We see. Can you please tell Kwabena Mafu to help me find Dr. Baumia? Because my sister Samira Baumia is searching for him. Right, Belgium, Odifi, Odebai. Did I hear Nanado saying we should come together to fix the broken economy? Did he invite us at the time he was chilling and enjoying in the sky? He should carry his own cross. Meshach Asante from Aboso Kain. Ghana media, what's your understanding of review now? Will you understand it now because NPP is using it? You see your backward contribution to the collapse of Ghana? You should now realize that our ancestors respect Mahama, and so should you. Hey, from Finland, and Odia Nobai. Former President JDM is indeed a visionary leader. Thank God his good legacies are speaking for themselves, exposing this current government. Some are saying they have sold their color TV to buy black and white TV. This one is from Alhaji Willie P. Efie Kuma and Odifi and Odebai. You see, please, what is the former President Mahama saying about the economy? We don't have that short memory like him. He even could not buy oil to power machines to generate electricity for 4 years and also buy chalk for teachers. We know his performance. That's Mr. Tay, Golf Estate, and Odifi, and Odia no so buy.
Ghana Muntie, Naman Sanyason, at the Roko Fiaman Woman so Ejiji Tonton Sansan, I will need 100.9 FM.
Let me read some more comments no about Anope and Famamu. In as much as we, our beloved country, is currently in an economic distress, what ex-President Mahama must take into cognizance is that we are in a global crisis. However, the former President Mahama should have enumerated constructive measures that would have helped ameliorate the seeming plight on Ghanaians and not to throw shades. That's Gosh Mello. Dansuman Wesley Grammar, and Odifi in Odebai. It is astonishing to see people who were rubbishing the electronic indicators as not reflecting the reality because it was a plus for the NPP government then. Are the same people using these same indicators to criticize the current government. This signifies how unappeased people can be regardless the good things NPP will do. Yahuza, Swami. What's about Mr. Gosu Zongo was saying, I don't understand why ex-President Mahama still wants to become president in Ghana. You don't understand why. Yeah. Measures being put in place by government to rescue the economy is in the right direction. We still have faith in the NPP government and hopeful that the economy will bounce back actively. Long live Ghana. Rainbow, Edificaswa. Ghanaians can manage our own economy. We can't always depend on the IMF. Pay e-levy now. So for Mami, Edifidomi, and Odebai. Ghanaians are very discerning and will not fall for the loose, incompetent, and desperate John Mahama. The economy went into coma under his leadership. The NPP West performance is the best of the NDC. Anakiama Boating, Ablekuma Central, Odifi, and Odebai. If free SHS has resulted to this so-called hardship by the NDC, then we should thank God and praise the government as well, because NDC never implemented free SHS. You didn't add your name and where you send us the message from. Uh-oh. Okay. I mean, home so Mama, Kabana Brim na Inyabotre, Masanko Mubio, Yakin came. Kabra?
Abusia for the Bakata, your friend said the chronicle Catafe Tosimi, no, and Metebe. What the Aban waters a deputy majority leader. I was saying, Rasebe Denima this year war a futu. No young for Alexander Fakin, one worker say. A State of Nation address, no. Nanka March one Mukrani da, the Tosun Kruho, and a Sassaman Penny the Cotuda when Rasebe the fee. But ya di besi no. Mampeni and to me from Rasebe the fee. And for State of Nation no enkotu. Na no na nkofo trese na de yi atedo do adai. Ana wononyamfo eteso anya mampeni na aye bibie. The Speaker of Parliament woni ha wayare enti wo Dubai a woji ayarehwe. Na ade bi atesa no atisa Speaker of Parliament no ankasa wo ho na watena konyam. Watena konyamu a na mampeni aba for the State of Nation address ya the ababe tuja. But so far as you speak any hano, woman to me ya adia ti say wanachi, wa bra wano ankase mueni ha. Tenantry, Speaker of Parliament and wondo dono. Enti wa Dubai ya wa jaya Samu nyina muni mi say party asase ya no ko ye. Obeba 28 wo Ewrade ya adomo a na wa ba be kan enwe no no na doctor for no kase no ho ya e no obeba no ho nya obesa da honum na wo mu ahye no na ayaresa no ahia pa stanse ye Speaker of Parliament ya numero 1 no na chidi nanim obi ya ni wo enti asase anya daade na yesenwa kosisa no ho beto no na kuma ato ne yam ansa no obeba waba yese bia wo ba no asa akọ ba no a akọ yanya no wansem for enti adibekọ akosisa Speaker nkasa beba no ona wo de tisi hodi the State of Nation address na wo mse eta na ejo enso anya mampeni na aye bibie Speaker of Parliament no ankasa onfa no woni ha yade yinsu yentumi nya wonachi ya twan Ewrade ya adom na so oba ya hu aji na the Bakata the new crusading guide Equiapem North New Patriotic Party mebuno and wo mu test wo mu youth organizer da ya friend kojo wusu afiri yie ta friend no IGP press conference ya we ye no di ne ho ya pa yi nama pepa nsa e de afiri sa press conference ya we ye no esanse a wo ho nyina obi a ne nya atene na press conference ya we ye no wode ahomaso nim animtiabuo ene wode ma mampani na ado danko akufo ado his excellency ene wasa course kura threaten say dokuya 11 want to be enam ade a wo de ye nti 11 no dokuya want to be na sa asem ya abrante ne di tu da no mpanimfo atene ho ahunu se da bi ebebu ne de onkasa saa nti kojo wusu afiri yie omu sra no se onfa taupa enfa mama mpeni na nado danko akufo ado se wodi nanim atichiri fom na afenso wasa threaten se dokuya ento 11 ni bi eya saade a na abrante no wanfa buo anfa mampanimfo enti MPP amanyo kwakua pem north abayi wo mu ho ade free press conference ya eya owusu afiri ye ye no ho omo se ukọ no ma ya frɛ no IGP ojo owusu afiri ya frɛ no IGP press conference obeye no ebu mampeni animti enti wo ma twe ade na aban adwuma yefo appointees obi a president ya ma okrata se appointee wo sawo ta appointees na ketua ya te so 30%. Enti sa woje 1,000 Ghana cedis ya 30% free so a ebaya 700 na ya de 300 na da so no ya boaboa no na ya de aboman no ho bra enti abaya apprentice bia mfansa ni tirim se osumi ya wie ye bakatua baba na se ate bia free so a enye obi na aye bibie ya bati bayira humamu ama bayira mu akase no eno na aye enti abaya dwuma ye ni bia titiro wa mo ye apprentice tiramo a teacher fo ne a nurse fo ne ade de mo nka ho eka apprentice ya unya letter mo say president appoint you no tanko fo ni nyina 30% ya ti efri market ya so afei ekwaya ye faso a ye spendiska yanse ne yente so abia na wodidi miensa no wate so no wadidi mienu adrobesi ukoto no wotoba enam egu na dua ne so nyen etoa esisi ade huntumi nton nam bebrebe saa ema ne baako a no wato na waji kotobe baako ato so na wo nipa baako fufu esi wanim ne bebrebe na wo saje nam pete so nyina afe ya yere nom no nso the purchasing power akofom si a yesika sam no embago abeda so enti mo nso yesra mu kodwomu a mo economics kakra kade na kan ye to anuane ne ade mo nte so nkwada da aduane mo nte so ahu ye be to nam bebre ne de aye nkwan wo be konkwan no kura ntumi nhu enam wa ye mu ma se be mo nte so foto baako ema ne baako na wo de kako ade atum eno first said ye na wo che no ne tete so ene nketen ena afa ma no nso eniama atoto no mo nte so obeto we no oto mpaboa eyiem taade mu obi wo ho enhia se yiaba efe na ukopam ataade afoforo dada no a wo hye no a puruprum na hata na se aboa mo se wo kwa asori a de bia wo pa ataade afoforo na ntaade bebre gu ho ya atoto ne yagai enti munya upurumu a na wa hata besi ada no wase wo de kwa asori a next week wasa foforo the front week no wasa ase ba akono a na wo de ko enti atoto ne ade ne yagai ena ye ne mema no nso epiepie bebre empratwe basa onfa ba ako na mienu miensa no nam ha no ka we boso no ka we boso ade bi obehu bia wope Yenso yansana yenyina obi a ansesa ne suban esan se ahotre ba na ahotre ba de a yenyina yenye ne nkakra nkra ayentumi ntem Roberts ni titi that's Roberts ni uba Roberts no wo bad rubber wakọ akwesi obi awie no efe na wo frɛ nipa kura bi sa anza no wote sɛn ana onsane no momo afa ho ɛyɛ sɛsa nkɔfoɔ no nyinaa mo ne wɔ mo kasa boat robbers uber robbers taxi robbers obi afa wo sɛ kɔne kwesi no baabi a wo akɔ akwesi no wawie na uber robbers mo frɛfrɛ gas ni bisa wo mo sɛ wakɔ akɔduru ne ho yɛ enka wo frɛ na teke na pomu ɛna nipa a wo kwa akɔhwehwɛ no ukɔhu no wo yɛ wo bad rubber na sɛ wo kɔbisa nipa na brabo mu nsɛm wo adwuma a wo yɛ no wo yɛ boat rubber sɛm na yɛ wo boat rubber nipa na fa wo se fa no kɔsi ha wo de na kɔ akɔsi wo wawie wo kɔ professional rubber saa ne yɛ no na wo bad rubber na wo frɛ lady na bisa ne sɛ wakɔ akɔduru na nipa a ɔkɔto no na wie wɔno nko a na wo fie wo yɛ wadwuma fa ho wo nyina obia nsesa ne suban na aka mo hododo yɛ de car no ma sɛ fa yɛ adwuma wo fa nipa na wie a it's okay emisa no sɛ ɛna wokɔto nipa no ana awa nkɔto no wa metumi asan abɛfa wo fa na aginiska waginiska wie is okay na wie wo bad rubber na wo frɛ obi bisa ne sɛ ɛna nko na wo fie metumi abawa na obi ka wode ama wo sɛ fa yɛ adwuma na pesika kakra bra wo kɔ park car na si baabi obi wada kora waka tere nipa kora sɛ wo yɛ out of coverage area na wo kɔ mprache na ebi wɔ hɔ a wɔwɔ ne boy hɔ na wafrɛ no wawie anka wo bɛfa no ɛfa ho wo yɛ wo bad rubber ɛfa ho wo fa no anaasɛ wo kɔbisa no abomu omu yɛ adeɛ bi a ayɛ anya koraa
Baba
kwasi
why me jaw kakra na sɛ watie si adwom saa no kɔ
I daily guide kratafa toso miensa majority to franka no don pre na ogusu a wone maame sara do asafo eno so anya asam ketu akura papa ne trese maame no e de baby edru no afro na bam se ne da e kan ho asam ntie ne de ye na euro bond na Bank of Ghana chese omu yisu bia no krampo papa na betre yemu ameyati ase wa mu kwa ye wanya bi ana wo ba be ka se wo nsa ankora nko bebio ukwa a unya na mampeni na na deda nko akufu ado ana wo katre ekowasefo court no court no nsakra ebi wo hono mu a se wo mu ye kakra ECOWAS court protocols no wo mu amra wo mu di adwuma womu amendi bi krankra sanse atedodo asem die ni ade nyina womu hese womu betumi asakra mu nkakrankra aboa wonu na de bakrata daily guide center spread one wode aba chese Vodafone Ghana Music Awards no womu alanchi na bra womu lanchi ye no enkomo bebre ekoso da bia pa was on takrate artist of the year no memfa ne sɛ adwomtofoɔ no nyinaa yɛka wɔ mu bɔ mu a ne wodi first ye ɔno ne yɛfrɛ ne sɛ artist of the year no na saa artist of the year category no adwomtofoɔ a wɔ hɔ bie Kim Promise Mami Eugene ɛna Saako deɛ ɛna Black Serif the man of the moment Black Serif ama fawa na boss na atema homa wakosi ansam ntan wanya sikani bi wakra na ka say the voter we to say cat. And is that over.
That's all them Jack can watch you. We got some corner. Cause now can me paper no na come be you if you move.
Nya with them abotre.
Me nya ho abotre bia.
Beba.
Don't him say me nya abotre sa.
I did. And kidding so aka ho na geometry. Ono so aka ho. Na ra school kutra say geometry there David. Eni kwa akra say nka mo bo ni din wom. Ono on kan kra. Enti artist of the year what I say Kim Promise is okay. Kwame Eugene is okay. Star ko dia Black Sarif na Kidi they are okay.
Unyum tuni unyonku unyum tuni enya eya. Wo say dey o deserve nsem fata.
Wasi eni
na unya ye no so ana obi kan e.
Raskuku. Wasi eni kwa say nka ebo ni din kra ho. This time around there. On Saturday ninyum bia ye eya e wo modern ati ya. Ena Jackie ono nso we school e wo KNUST. Modern ho. Dr. Mamadou Bawumia, Mosomoto na munhunu no wa ha. Wakatre Controller and Accountant General Department say, and the Minister of Finance, Omalante Government of Ghana Staff Travel Card. Na sa Government of Ghana Staff Travel Card no, aya card ya yedi musika beguso. Ka wudi tukwa ni nyina wo so. Enti ya ntam sika mfa nkura awkoba awabeka se mekọ ye ni se saa de ya ye de bekura wo no ukọ abrochire na wo ba ade bia wo de koye bia no ya de card ne to computer no so pe ebeyi ni nyina de aba sa de ebeya aban tuma ye fo ekwan ya faso aye sei sika ekwan ya faso aye diska ye yeska basabasa ni ade ni nyina no etuo betumi eta enti His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mohammed Bawumia wapa hontuma wa hanum sei a wotre se efiri ndade ko aban tuma yefuo nyina wutu kwan a yankan sika nkuta wonsam se de na normally yataye ne sisie yi de egu card so enti wuntumi mane bi emfa nkwanta wutu kwan a na yede ade na ma Ghana Black Stars ene Nigeria fo Awurade ya adom afiada ewo Baba Yara Sports Stadium yebesi akan na squad ne de yensada enim squad kra ya de bebo ball no bata brand ya Fatau Dauda etre se bebi a yebebo ball no eye pa hwa ya Slaughterhouse Baba Yara Sports Stadium the best Nigeria fo na mo hu say yes Ghana fo ya ti anum ne yeni abre enti ye coach Otuado oda hanum say ya tactics ya wode ba ne nya tactics na wo mu ebeboa no na assistant coaches ene yeburo ni ba akuya wo kan we Crescente wo mu nyina ba begina kire wo no mu atoto na kama enti yebese wo mu sisi ade Jordan kura no ho ato no nya covid ye wo mu nyina obetumi aba wo mu abegina
Need 100 points na Ghana Montie Jumedie sunu asogoe.
Ghana is currently experiencing the highest level of unemployment recorded in the Fourth Republic at an estimated 14%. This government's response has been the adoption of short-sighted, populist, ad hoc, and poorly conceived programs that have done more harm than good. Even those enrolled on the knee-jerk NAPCO program have found themselves at home after 3 years and have remained unpaid for several months. I hear that even national service personnel, for the first time, are owed several months' allowances. Our governance institutions have been politicized and have virtually become wings of the new patriotic party. Indeed, the problems of our country are legion, and the failure of this government has been spectacular on all fronts. In the coming days, I'll make a fuller statement on this state of affairs on behalf of the NDC, which remains the most viable alternative to this failed regime of Ghanaians. General incompetence corruption, and waste of scarce resources have combined to make life simply unbearable for the generality of Ghanaians. No group is perhaps harder hit than the young people of this country. The issues that affect the youth of Ghana who dominate our population are many, and in these times of severe economic downturn, they have inevitably been worse off than perhaps any other demographic group in Ghana. This government has bungled the important task of securing the welfare and well-being of our young people through sound policies on education and ensuring the availability of employment opportunities both within the public and private sectors. The government has been so poor in its policy making and delivery in education that at all levels, from basic through secondary right up to tertiary, the students of Ghana are suffering immeasurably. Non-release of funds, poor management of curricula, erratic school calendars, poor industrial relations with teachers, lecturers, and other stakeholders, among others, has created turbulence and conditions that are far from ideal and which threaten the achievement of quality outcomes in our educational system. We have gathered for this launch at a time of great economic and social distress for the people of Ghana. The Akufo-Addo-led government that came to power on the back of mouth-watering promises to make life easier for Ghanaians and ensure rapid development of our country has so badly mismanaged the economy that we have been plunged into the most debilitating economic crisis in about 4 decades. Indeed, we all recollect some of those mouth-watering promises, including one by the current president to transform this country, Ghana, within 18 months. This crisis into which he has led us has spawned hardship and suffering for our people on a scale never witnessed in the 30-year history of our Fourth Republic. Daily price increases, fuel price adjustments, and nose-diving currency, which has rather arrested the person who said he would arrest, he had arrested it. The dollar has rather arrested him, and so we're looking for him, we can't find him.
That's former President John Mahama, and what this answer me to draft Brana Wani a 10 members 18 come that's Emrantia, one more school pan who do my hanum saying one more dom NDC amanyukono. Na me assure I no paying come on be a ye Bank of Ghana and she share and ra and someone with the 2 draft nearby so far Minister of Information retreat course so cabinet retreat course so first quarterly cabinet retreat. Nyama yenhwe nim fi na copy be fiada nia betie fi aban honum saying the details ni ne kaka ho and come on be an pay see 1070 be say Honorable Stephen Amoa a member of the finance committee over here Mashebejim then you no pay what say on the other side the NDC side Honorable Richard Champon e be kasa cheche ni mu e wo Bank of Ghana nhihye no ye ni from the NPP side and so Honorable Stephen Amoa enin komo Honorable yada se mu akwa baba ni FM so no pay
me jonso me nia.
So, and Bank of Ghana need in common. Eddie and Yamegua cream, and I'm just looking at the daily graphic Democrat and I'll say BOG tackles challenges, raises lending rate, withdraws 3 COVID-19 stimulus measures. Minister of Information pays your bot and Rakujo Ponkroma. Almost about 4 key things I am say fee cabinet retreat no buy borders once them Anamoa and Inshia buying currency yesika sem dollar ni CD no nyama send yesika fuel prices and inflation ho enkomo and revenue fiscal deficit so ho enkomo ni account ho so far niamudi go akwem na no pay ye pese amanfo timi ti ase boa ba boa me hu etimi ahenhan.
Hello.
Yeah, honorable. Okay, so me bisa say boy ni ntimi nyanti ase because ni bi kire ni say we ad hoc measures, we populist measures. Enya ade a we I say talk kasa keke na mo kasa but on the ground aho kire ni still I wo honum say. E ade a nsichei ise beboa.
Yo me da si bebre. Am say ye din kan no. I say realistic with the maybe. We are saying, or how bad we are seeing, not at the Hucheba. a process or steps, and I will take it. First, we are near a mitigate impact. No, I will need person. Now, if you are going forward, no, and be acting as preventive and as a long-term solution. That the clearly say, and conformably, I am amanyasem. Ama solution now say a pen, and conform air to tunasi, and cause any circle. If I chose, we are seriously anyone without analyzing it or finding solutions outside the context of the group. Obeying you, this is the other way I am, and I want Catalans who knew the oil. What did they make? They didn't kind of for over 22 months, and now it's about 24 months. On my way, any idea, friend, impaired productivity. You can't impair productivity. You may DNA, you might cost one and you may get DNA, and yet a by default, I conform to the sense that even up to now, you may be brave, Papa. And all can say, Omoko Juma, now what you mean, now conform and some Juma, just in the following month, no matter. It will be a moment in that traffic, or my in that traffic. Emma, actually, Koso. In Tianono, if it be uncontrollable factors, I buy one answer, we are fine, we are 20 Blair and answer one where we manage economy money grow. When your market activities and industry operations, because of a natural disaster or disease or war, are stopping and Koso. We need to accept all these things. And no more and to create society and I started hitting global market and the commodities. And what we've gone through for over 2 years now, no. Hey, idea. Obi obesi obi blame wa by dia. And answer person the analysis and compare biano. Ebia no oya amanyosem kwa. And answer potokasem no. The person is suffering from unconscious incompetence. Once we take that, then we cannot agree. What you have here? Yet me and we are then they analyze okay. Whether we are seeing a dear go, why can I put here on top? They don't care whether we are seeing or no we are seeing. And today I also buy short term. Also buy and she say, yeah, Sabi. A nipa which a bump and pencil and Yama walk or so. A be a nipa kobobosi a hunsi home. A be a near maybe and go nipa. Sabi or call a bit Cassia na buy one wakunyano. Obetimi abuayen nenka yetimi amasani amano aito abaye ho adodo kakra enu nti na aban na ka say 20% cut eno eye but eno no enye enough. Secondly, Bank of Ghana enso ababonten abekasa number of policies what she say what do I mention na say
yeah
na akone say or say policy rate or manaba form na eno so manakosoro, which means we adjust monetary policy no upward. And none media, when you na kakra with the Bank of Ghana. Menkasa wachi. Nemo, yemusa ni muye kakra. Sa empempenso niyama buwa kosoro. Niyama miyenu netadeba. Niyama miyenu pa ya wamketenkete wahu. Ba niyama miyenu pa ya deba no. Do boni frano demand pool. Yaka demand pool la. Say, just sika ba nipe disika. There is high circulation of money on the market. And yeah, what your friend of cost push in say if the supply end, if be a cost variables on a near man, if be a raw materials, operations, transport, purchases, exchange rate, then your man cost on. And then my inflation, it will be no answer why increase policy rate or interest rate, and now say what you're family and now what so. And every moment there, if you a Bank of Ghana with data, mainly, and you won't sound too known. They may have had information, dear me, but they should come clear and give us more details. And then Pempenso and Yamabu Okosono, and yet circulation of money, penny I just spend it too much in tea, and a more increase in interest rate. Then a biometric security system, no buy interest, no more stabilize spending, and the circulation. Inflation,
in fact, reasons no more mind. So I'm going to say to make lending costly.
And the Domi and it will make lending costly. But lending costly, no, but I say, only the Chisika every system, society, system,
Yeah.
Send you about circulation, no back form, not inflation, what?
Yeah.
But say a cost push, dear, you can't take a decision to withdraw money from the system. Because Ghana, Hano, by observation, over 70 or 80% of the papa bin on free bank. And the interest rate so a major cost variable. It is the interest rate cost rack. Let's say inflation cost from suppliers end and our cost pusher. Let's say interest rate your cost variable. You're also increasing costs again. You're putting more pressure. It means the Bank of Ghana. But almost a be a material. In your Americans, when your finance crowd in who ye. When your financial economic crowd in who ye. Say, and you have cost because of cost. And yet because any pan they did a brain near my cost will talk. Here saying, Christy, idea, and your cost variable, and what suppliers end that. And the best man near my cost. You come make end this time no. The GHU will TV trade, so make a pa. It's an uncrophobia, make on your normal friend or Bank of Ghana, I mean, you did in Kitahon, I said, Chinyaka. Now, inflation cost no increase policy rate. Increase policy rate, I'm an 25.5. Emma, I know, because I'm inflation cost. Because it was inflationary rate as a result of cost push, not demand pull. And the Bank of Ghana, near my end, the Papa, the fee and the sanity Kakaraba, economy, name Moka can be sure, say, oh my, no man, here. Rather than if it be strategic drift, say who will go, you want to attain that goal. But strategy who use they rather worsen at the end of them what to attain you goal. But send the American, hello.
Me honorable meet your partner.
Send the American, the person may to know because me a external stakeholder. But me push a question way, push a Bank of Ghana say, and you be inflation na air cost no, and you demand pool. And that's a cost percent. If I security to Tonyama, anti circulation cost rona, and that's a free suppliers and cost push.
But my members are honorable my members are so, send you see church media, say, a demand pool, dear, and I may be inflation or air cost rona, dear, only on my
policy.
But on the cost push, dear, which is on the supply, and the another means on the mark, you watch the more, son of
maybe a world crisis and the problem we're in Ebano. Not by default and where I come from. But then you're policy no.
Okay.
And the Biswa almost share currency issue, no. What do I say?
Yeah.
If you are almost share currency, no, because normally, no, the only increase interest rate swap. And also, all things being equal, no, and currency so if you say who increase interest rate and my investors, especially foreign investors, when you interest in your economy and your market, it's almost demanding more of your currency to business. It's not more currency no why but looking at the prevailing challenges in the world and in Ghana, no one in the world, a lot of investors are being too careful not to spend because we are saying Ghana. Baby, I near my identity or run a proper business. If you all good financial managers in India for I don't know. Or you're careful, Kaka with the spending. Because we are seeing Ayabasa, Kasamu. 2, Ghana, Kasaya domestic activities, the positions in your hand. And also ask investors, Kaka, especially the issue of parliament. Say, I buy on the fiscal space. I say because of Yarian and Yama Bibri. Here, there to GDP name grow because market activities and cost and you are buying for into one form, what to restaurant, but you may have 40 years with Romoka. Yes, I get to and I'm the parliament, so and these MPP numbers in a painting. Almost putting impediments in our way and you painting bad picture to the world. And you also my investors, so almost by investors, how can almost look at a person my investors back and your bonnet dear, but we cannot rely on that fully. And per the monetary policy, So yeah, inflationary targeted. And the Central Bank of Ghana, you know. And also now, me for say, and you so be a sabi temperature was malaria. You need temperature there. We have mostly time malaria. But other infection between malaria, temperature, malaria. It is a doctor can say, oh, maybe when your temperature, malaria. It may not necessarily solve the problem. It is a person Busa Bank of Ghana. No much supporting document and facts or information relevant. Say,
okay. Okay.
You know, inflationary rate, a demand pool to ever boy. They of course push the here, and I said they are forgetting about this. They want to concentrate on the currency now. Fine, but me fool say no dear, and I also are buying so I cut it down by 20. But government should also look at other discretionary spending arm of our budget.
Mechi say we count 2020 is it the 30% salary who has now can 20
20 now I cut it that. Those are buying I cut in the budget by 20.
Yeah, okay.
Budget expenditure.
Sure.
And I may say government for now should do more. More, let's say. Your discretionary spending arm of our budget. And here, and your share, I buy betting I can send them in facility. And you're different from the statutory.
Okay.
I buy no more areas to cut. But I buy so yes, and unshare the correlation between items and services now all cutting with our GDP growth. Maybe our cut here. In Susan, so a war with Sikasamsono. The free BB policy drift and that's a cyclical defect or effect. So Uber channel, but go around at your how can say because maybe our channel impair growth. Into a proper scientific, statistic, financial, economic work. Then define correlation is you try item A, B, C, D. Any impact on economic growth into a try a year. You go try a very pay growth into none of your better, but best economy, no. When you are also buying a bringing in a lot of stakeholders, therefore, in designing long-term approach, whilst we are finding mitigation models, but Ghana, the economy, as a crowd or second cell. You make a clear people here because you're a fully import-driven economy. Your tactics, tactics, short-term approach, short-term MBY. It is time we developed a long-term financial economic framework and sustainable. And yes, currency, former President Mahama can MPP so can be fuel crisis. Politics. These issues are issues of common interest. Because I can see analysis of the president or there are still a lot of economic indicators are better than the time. Even though with all your BC, or maybe that's 22 months, then you impaired productivity. Because an interest rate, because I feel almost 40%, about 20%.
All right, but you can't buy ABI a balance channel. Some of the flagship programs are buying the buy, and also if you are say a buying any call, a big crazy trim, and in your cacao, and also as you were saying.
Maybe me feel that if they are well managed, they've been able to design the value chains very well. No more projections, no more figures, no more value chain be here to point to the fact that now problems here in Dachi, Ababuama, and then we are we can still produce almost everything we need here and will not depend solely on other economies any papa. But to be able to say the mechanization models, and I said the relay models, be to say via Maslow, venture capital, via NAP, YEA, EYA, they seem to be providing the same services, If you say a buying share, not on delay, no magic, to cut down cost and to create more efficiency and effectiveness in sectors. Then you bear, no, so you better cut it down. If you say those areas, you didn't know you man, it's before say yes, me what they do almost the same work. And you spend so much in those areas.
Okay.
And impair efficiency and effectiveness. This is the time. I have good policies. I'm not saying they are bad. They're good. They are developing the economy with SMEs over 80 to 20%. It's only here funded. But we need to make sure say don't consolidate. Now, make a conscious effort to cut down costs these areas. Now, the others are more efficient and more effective. You understand the point?
ABC Auditor General's report, Sika Yashre, to say for 2020, the almost about 12.8 billion. Any near maybe to say,
no, I know correct.
Okay.
And to say,
okay.
That report, no, any anomaly they have propaganda and a file mining. That report, no, about 10 billion. The friend, repayables. Payables, car that be a will be a bubble union tier and I conquer for us over the by and no or receivables at a friend and on whom to mean conquer financial aid. Unless you go further to provide, say, Sikania de Coche will be no. It's only about 2.something million. Over 10 million out of 12 point something, no? Hey, receivables.
And the 10 million, no, Yanshri says, Uncle Share.
For now, no, there hasn't been anything to show so be actually. Because Omar Kasa in their book, no, Omar STT is a force within receivables. Now, accounting for him and the receivables. Obaka said a financial malpractice. Let's say, you can categorizing and the situation says, Sikaya for Kwambonus, dear Mupia. I share one to appear names will react. And the but says me to a and Crawford Jessica. I want me where so mutia and share no. A bit time in so mutia, because I do woman to mean TI. One to mean corruption. It is not true.
But generally, me assure him say report you ba abrano bia ye shrisika bebre amam for
me no
yeah.
We see leakages in our system, no, too much. No. Won't you inform more NDC a bank, won't you more MPP a bank? On mine soon by Bonia, Yenia Kumua for about 40-50 years. Because I thought that corruption cases, no. A buy now key decision makers and a crampon and game for they are not even aware. And then we are my team, young kind of correct. What do you mean I say NDC corruption? What do you mean I say MPP corruption? What do you mean I say media practitioner or practitioners, outfit corruption? What do you mean I say security agencies corruption? What do you mean I say chieftaincy corruption? Even religious bodies that they make a boy catch them. Business community, even health sector. Into a minor casano, you develop a very bad culture or habitat. And say, yeah, or seeing you know, you are home near fighting against. See, I understand. Yeah, per se, NDC and also MPP their politics, NDC and also MPP their politics, and vice versa. And your mind never said corruption is destroying us. Leakage, wastage in our system, and it's becoming a culture. Or mind be I went to corruption they already out. But if you are not able to minimize it to the minimum bearable level, and your own man a pay because you can as a boy attain social interest, it goes into individual pocket.
I see.
It goes into individual pocket.
I see.
And that does not augur well for society.
I mean, bisa final one way. I mean, Oman Pinida Mahama Semano can say some of these measures are just ad hoc, short-sighted, populist. And your idea, any many miles, okay, yen na man from but oh, any abaying ye bibio, but Enkosiaga. A idea which you say, yes, in Shia Bank of Ghana. Eponi eba beti be Minister of Finance or the Baba Tuja before be a Friday be so in your account. So far nya be these are measures who GDOMs yes ebe boa me ho ahen.
Did me gidi say the short term the bit meeting part of how I come. But long term it to redefine our corporate focus. And I'm paying Mahama the politics lawyer. And go back and then call the alternative papa. The idea are well researched with data, facts, and your propaganda. We can see through. We can have hope. Now, banana mitigation. Make us say, man, no free so. Now, Kobo CNN and bear 40%. Now, policy rate I can in May 17. 25.5%. And you know the okay. Honestly, I really way my you impair productivity for about 2 years. Now Ukraine, Russia war in my fuel and co about over $100. Now we're doing any hole. But look at where he left us. even common teachers and nurses allowance, the most important sectors in any economic jurisdiction, the first essential services, education and health. Allowances are pro-poor country, pro-poor policies, and here for mind to say Ghana. Trouble. Because economically, no one is capable. And guys who are not as a person, sorry, a minor economy at that time, then you're capable. And to end the Isabe or Pabama, and when you saw the kind of some the other of mine or and near my be pre Ubu so 7 minutes and young. But near more Canadian, no, my son,
Okay.
or they vote, or car power, or pursue a tarnish MPP buying me. But you're kappa or how can you we are back? And another time, I know how can you win what do I economy. And another go out can see way by idea. And I mean, this is a big rank covered. You need over 1 million to be on betting you. That you are not managing when the crisis was not as severe as you are having it. It will be a fun. And MPP soon, oh, then come and pay him a hammer. This was an MPP player. And you ain't kind of correct. So I know they are performing the political duties come to power. But you can't say me a party. And they do all kind of government should look for solutions that will provide short term in terms of mitigating the impact of the hardship, and also define and design a long term approach and policy frameworks that and the MPP and DC say, we need to do something about that.
It is Honorable Amwa. Right. Honorable Stephen Amwa, a member of the Finance Committee. Mashebe, you know, Jeremiah and Shai, so I pay need 100.9 Ghana Muntie, Suno Asiogwe. Let me get through with some of the messages now. Me mama so to say, me paying for Transiana and pay. I won't babet show margin where Sema Hudwa to Ja, Richard Manoribi of the NDC, Clement Buedi of LPG, Amanyuko, Solomon Asante of the MPP in Penfui, and Wamubabe Boyeng, Ewa, Adrinche, Yujumedie, so need 100.9. Musa Bato Ayo Kumasi was say Bank of Ghana has increased the policy rate by 250 basic points. This means the hardship in the system is going to worsen. Unfortunately, the man who has given economic tutorials has gone into coma. Sadly, Dr. Baumia has been contracted with sore throat disease and can't speak on economic issues. Musa Bato Anodiwefi Kumasi Nodibai. What is the NDC MP saying? No alternative solutions, only just hungry for power. Who should vote who out? We should stop calling such people who just have certificates in economics, but not solutions. Elijah, Enodiwe Edbaye. In fact, I'm not surprised to see these corrupt NPP administration increasing the hardship of Ghanaians. When NPP are in opposition, especially Mr. Levi Baumia, seems to have all solutions to our problems. Now, reality has catch up with them. Alai Baba, Medina, and Odifi, and Odibai. Tete Ewo Sunyani, anybody can and has the right to criticize. But we expect a man who has been vice president, head of the NDC's economic management team, and subsequently president, and insistently bidding to become president again to offer tangible alternatives capable of feasibility testing. Tete. Eben Ewokwabenya. Jack, where are you? Now we all know the vice president, Baumia, has been detained by the dollar. Release yourself now if you're really economic wizard. Eben Edifikwabenya Enodebaye. Teacher Kujo Tepa Anyine Susu. JDM, you have been in opposition for 5 years and cannot come up with any intervention other than Okada and the mortuary. I'm embarrassed hearing your voice again and again with no solutions. That teacher Kuju and Odiwe Edbai. GM doesn't. You shouldn't pretend as if you are an angel. We know you. It is better we all die in hardship of Nana Akufo-Addo than to bring you back to power. Pitri brim edifi abranko oti and Odiwe Ebai. So where was Honorable Champon when his leader was taking Ghana to IMF? They speak so sweet in opposition, but when given power, they do worse. Nana Mponsa be diakon and Odi Anubai. Despite the economic hardship around the world, there is still hope for our president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to offer proper management of our economic sector. Ghana is still working again. This one is from Ankuma Foster, Achim Ayirebi. Need 100.9 Ghana Muntie Suni.
Ghana Muntie, Naman Sanyason, at the Kofi Amman Homene so ejiji tonton sansan, will need 100.9 FM.
Ghana Muntie, Ghana Muntie, Ghana Muntie, Ghana Muntie.
All the same papa, Cassia Bo, Kowaka Tamunsa, Amaya Sa, Cassia Boagye,
Onye Yimu, Nukratrodo, Kagame Kamadinibo,
Nita Fair,
Mayentie, Cassia Boagye 100.9.
Kwesi Bonkwe.
Pacho Yabao. Pacho Yaba. No Mama Kwaba.
Yeah. That was the same with 20 minutes.
Time no media.
And I offer me.
Aye.
But a agreement too. Yes, a agreement.
Also, Osuba with the cook.
One was it? Osuba media.
Quality.
Mount and a power one Makum Chacha. Precious on doing board in you. Definitely Matthias here.
Messi. Time no say media.
That time now, the other time you are no.
Mema mu bi.
No. Musore amosi Preku enye Preku nye. Preku no yedi ko gu ye mom ko gu epunimu no. Se epumu nam ena wi Preku no. It is also wi Preku ena empata ba ma wi.
Need 100.9. So studio no hanum say pay Richard Manoribe, NDC communication team member Clement Boedi, national youth organizer for LPG Solomon Asante, Greater Accra Regional Deputy Communication Director for New Patriotic Parties. Solo Akwaba.
Yeah, eja.
Yeah, bako there.
Eja na de mo pai boy. Fear for.
Ah, igusu. Nice one. Clement. Eko ye. You be fine. That's it. Manoribe.
Yes, Massa.
Oh dear.
Yes, Massa.
Oh, me do it here.
This is we DCOP in media.
Me do it here.
So yes, Massa.
Teko ye dear.
Ja. Eko ye diversional. Nya media dey ache.
Okay.
Na nipa so yes we dey to media ache no na wan fa nche.
I see.
But bibia dey nyame ye dey nsia ahyedama nyankopon. So follow the hope in this country no. We'll always give thanks to Almighty God.
Nice one. Yen shas here in fact in common I say SSS nti yanhwe ya na edi na frafra. But let's start from cabinet retreat. Of course yawada bepim kwesiada. Some of the things that have come out of the cabinet retreat, then we'll come to Bank of Ghana. Are we in charge of the monetary policy? And now, one of the two jobs. So, Solomon, in Shasi and Fuse, and share retreat, and I'm sure say you know Rakujo upon Kroma. Almost see details now, Kasa. That's the proper details now. Ba Finance Minister Baba tuning, but I'm sure Omuko retreats no. Some of the key things Omuka Wasem, Komonomudi border. Time many be your land borders no. And no, and Wasem Omudi in common for the currency. That's dollar, any CD, your forex CC, send a CT, Omudi home and commo. Omudi in common so far, the fiscal budget, and I'm even say deficit to one fiscal space no and commo. So, Sikai be a buying ya near ye D and no and commo. Almost share fuel prices no hikes and inflation so home and commo. Yan share on the cabinet retreat so far near Fimaba. Just here.
Interview economist Dunfe.
Yeah, Dr. Dunfe.
George, right?
Yeah, George Dunfe.
Send you here say unene kasa directly. I will say what feel
yeah.
Obia on feel I didn't plan they know before. Person me just before me can one pay.
Yeah.
Because me so my feel I didn't really me papa. Tie bona baso me mintini didn't that. This is the first time I did you know. Ya mi shira no ne osumpa. On so yi no ho si o say o de sum me o man Ghana. Masa ko say me say Iti yawo dan sɛ ne ɔka no na Ghana mpanyinfoɔ mampanin ne cabinet no kɔyɛ ɛyɛ adeɛ bi a ɛyɛ quarterly affair every 3 months bi a mampanin ne cabinet no mpanyinfoɔ kɔhyia na ɔmodwene ɔman no ho ɛno na ɔmkɔhyia ɔpɛdurasi lodge wɔ eastern region ebiri hɔ baabi no nneɛma a ɔmodwodwo wɔn ɛfa reliefs ahotɔ a yɛde ma timamufoɔ na wɔn ho tɔɔ mu efi saa ahohiahia a yɛwɔ mu emu no say reliefs no e no mbobbo so e say details no de eye na wotwe ye wure mu ni nyina ba na reliefs no ene say one no ye bebie border say ne wo kan no say ukọ applause Ghana side no ya close no but eye Togo side no de omo ebie enti e ma edwadie ene say be border no so sika nka ebe omo cross no omo betuatua nka no so ba be ka ye revenue no ama asem no etimi apagya ne mu kakra nyina ya hwere because of the covid sa ne ma we nyina by borders you close because of covid about from 2020 no and you close am ti sam pempensu ayedui no mpenifo kotena sa omodwen say okay edum pempensu bi asabio eye covid yi ayese ne ye kwa ne sa ya start crap ye ntutuye kakra say eniema be san back and ne yetie before covid in share say in 2020 say sa dey abepon ye dey eno kra man yakwanya say was yetimi ebie land borders no eno ya dey on be as to details as to when anyhow ni say dem kan ban bo ni niema na be ba on dey and dey na otwe ewo mu omo dey ba betu dwa dey to so mienu omo kan ho asem covid na nkasa uyi land borders na yi na restrictions si nanka esi sa amre nyina no say even crap what of vaccination no crap na o tukwan yes corner test but this time round no you be easy some of these things say be one ukra vaccination card na chere say proof chere say one vaccinate ehun ya say obekwa akoye test say wo ko say wo be mu eno enhye de ehun ya na easy sa restrictions na kaka and then if you also akwan bi no ma ye de tutu ho a ye be hwe say ye cedi no sika na nkasa no any na ho ode na ba form as against the dollar no and other foreign currencies no ye hwe na entimi empeja ne homreso na no so no na wotwe a ye be simu ye simu yi no tani my ba no so na say Bank of Ghana edi kind your friend is saying almost 17% policy rate ye abetodwa or in the process omo boa na dey check this very measure na third measure no and also na omampani so nradwo ono so ba out e be ka about 2 billion when is saying dollars na ye be pop inject into the system no na so because we ka emri bi e betra na ye ka about when faso ema petrol no ebo no cost no nye se petrol no kwa na emum sika sem no dollar no eso factor because na pressure no ewo also amount of the demand for the dollar no monte ska bebre Ghana ska bebre cedi no no dia compare dollar kuma bi de ato dem mo say be on pisa ska we to na dollar no be bebre ah omo trading the dollar as for na be ma say be pressure na de beto cedi ni so no say na be for kind pressure no so ebeti ama ye stable cedi no stabilize kakra against the dollar and so ye asem papa because and so ye na economics kakra ye for sa beyond that period no ye free omni din komo no no mo kire se sa ne ma na so ye hwe na check na se ne sa measure APV omampani no na simpani for cottoners no sa measure no so abeto dia na omampani san follow it up by saying say $2 billion is going to be pumped into this yinum dia na the nyamia se se be ye how yesu timamufo nsem omaka efa emretie mu ahokyire ayakomu na omampani ne mpanifo omate no atopamu ama omutu wana mopa ye bedo omase sa na se be ejapa na enapa one no wo ho etie umma oba ensu bebre osu no bza kwesi dia se na utie na se na otete na okire na utie na adwene a na so odi mpani dwene afa no hwe hawa bepe solution die si ade na no tie da omampani ne na pamfo ase ufi ho a na ye ka about fuel prices and also almost be taking measures ama ya tackle the rising fuel prices it was occasioned by a global economic turmoil Ukraine Russia so I don't so and last week most better can say as I don't it were both external and then internal factors prices external factors because they be cost will be business animal fine but the internal factors so bit me idea check last week nuclear person ba out e has say Ministry of Energy no components na petroleum prices no drop out 3 because na that timam for anom that economies be no say we was etimi anything taxes na that you fuel and etiti bi so it is last week nyame adom na say Ministry of Energy 3 components efisu and say aban no timamufo esu omusu no aban ni 8 eno na say bio akola bia wo wiase a wo pompa ye se wo na no wagya wahwefo no wo ahunhianyam no de wasem to manim a at the appropriate time no betie na so pe no ma ye de etu wana mo aye de se fata the last one ye measures a ye be use the address ye niema prices ene wakoto ochena obekọ na price na niema no eno so almost measures no omo de eno krapo de I think say yesterday no out so mampeni a share a Greek minister free ye akoto onhwe na ono so fa no Africa say food no say kwan ya ontoto ye bi on be ya say be ma price of goose no move undulating corner na cause or corner prices in your bit stabilize now there'll be more food in the system now ton enkoye sene no ye hu no na price bit me stabilize so they are share now so this week no so you better ninka if you want I think the last one a woman measures no see the review of all the system flagship programs aban no e dey buy na eno so no ye wo yi mu say ye hwe say adom say within the week no ye better sa ho empopoye enti no masakwesi this week no near last weekend they see wo reliefs na mo reliefs no dey buy no who say ba bebua nsembise bia na ebinim ye economist imamfo politicians na omu bisa questions bia besi na ho anu yie no embaye but some measures as say reliefs abeto ho na details ni beba out eba bebua nsembebre say bi timamfo ebisa ewo oman mu uyi your friend is no so I details will be announced in coming days say na be ya kwan ya borders say na medical kan borders ye be ye testing ye be yi sa testing protocols no so efi ho ewo covid ne so afi so ye be support currency no then ye medical kan and Bank of Ghana mo itimi aba out abe ye e de hye bi ato ye 70% of policy rate na obi bisa say no obi bisa say policy rate no until aso na ye rate na na emi say an operation mitie kwabran so baby o de dey so money ye no na eno say yes kakra na ejije mu mu ni say policy rate ho na doctor don't for bo abaso o say me say o acknowledge wa mana ya chancellor na ya be ye we economics lecturer o legon because it me checha dey mu ye pa o say interest rate no dey commercial banks no individuals no ekoho e ma ye dey lending wom iti we individual and a company na wako bank there commercial bank so kwa pay loan so the man wa there dey to that's no interest rate ye woni sa bank anything now sa bank no so no almost so no almost here sika almost ko Bank of Ghana central bank no how no mo koji omusika ti ozibedi jejuma no no there no there dey to so mo no no ye friend interest rate there dey to so mo any friend policy rate na chese a difference na da hokle na amount for atiase ye enti no say economists no come economy the about 70 the about 70 explain me say the patch say policy rate any interest rate no difference e wo money say una wo ko bank akwa bisia say we individual na we company no akwa so akwa bisia no the bank and dey to so ubetria no and no to you between you and the bank and interest rate now bank and so no commercial banks no be ma individuals no company on my loans no almost so omo a tre baby almost omo koji almost almost sikali edi operate that a train Bank of Ghana that central bank omo ko hwa that interest almost central bank dey to the omo dey ma commercial banks no ye friend interest rate policy rate no na difference na down say na be ya ochine bi no ye kan na ya kan ye it must kwesi okay say in the long run no send nkomo na akono no ye de nyankopon ase me de bia me kan say na onyankopon nim se emre bi bedu ema wonyehia bi aba ehonyehia na efisen one oni openi don fe Dr. Kasa omo ase say na economy no aye year from 2017 2018 2019 demo ye bedu 2020 na asebio aboa idi ne ho bebo mu tima pandemic covid idi ne ho beji we ase nyina economy form we ase nyina be there is no single nation between a single now say that the economy of this very state and a nation there womutimi gina mo de hwe anka o be bia akoy ama sebe Ghana kra no tama unyin and covid and ba ye komu the we are managing in yama no IMF World Bank WHO eboy abaso say Ghana the we are managing ye system ye economy even through that period no now ye fi ono no ye fi ono and ye di bank your friend is 2022 year Ukraine we no so de ene no so ka se affect ya oboa ene je se onim de wo ka utie Dr. Donfe ono na me de ne be studio utie Dr. Donfe asem ka say even 2008 no tema US ni Iraq ensensem no koso no sa de affect economy no do not the new year say reference say after sa eno no this very one 2022 Ukraine Russia and a bima science beam after 2007 2008 no eti no na menti yennuanum bi no mu asese on betrans na ye be ka no kreke kese o anwihiahia na ye wo mu no sebio covid factor Ukraine Russia kun factor na se omampani dada etimi nya akwanya na otimi be ka se yewo ehuyehie mu na oman ni say na niema nkoso na because of mismanagement na wentimi krapo anti sante so na nto ho se wo mu se ahuyehie za niema nyina ekoso na emomu no yewo external factors bi ti say covid ba ye na Ukraine Russia ntokoi na sebi eno so aka ho ama ade we edu bebi edu na wentimi ankasa na kire se me afi na meji na tumu se oka se ye friend is saying politics na ye na wo awaka no kra kakra na ebi wa o de atro kakra fra no etutum se ade no hu nim kware ni da ho pa o ba so obeka no enu ni dictionary mu da obetwa so no aye ne tra so ye politics because sebio edwa na odi ni say or person oton no chere say min tomatoes na ye min na metimi aton tomatoes papa min na metimi aton tomatoes employer ma na mo MPP die o mu tomatoes o mo ka so mo ton mo apro ba on ka say edwa man so no say na ye o external factors say nti na akoba ni sa da bi no aka ni tra na mo me sure Ghana for discerning Ghana for very very discerning sa short memory no Ghana for entisa ye be kire o mampeni dada JDM say short memory no can was is never working Ghana for here widely awake and nothing ene wo the matches at the 50 Ghana shame at the comma then na this omo ye say ekoto aba mo di am for be GD now so beto aba dey omo
me da say Solomon of the NPP now taking come I mean call Clement so LPG na mean you know on retreat cabinet retreat so far here PF about mean you Clement
Dami nua no mo mesa abo mi nua NDC for aba so em pra mi ni nua kopie mu wo info program bi
Okobi
Omo invite me
well,
now me train me no watching to
national youth organizer
so why didn't you invite me
yeah communication director
so shouldn't I come and see and come and communicate
to okay
But Solomon
Mr. Solo
yeah me too
things no program na hefe papa aye mebo mi nua ekojan so am coordinator o ya de obo edwuma papa nya me so e ma na hoodin na we mebo ni tewu cabinet retreat fantastic also and I think say some of nyama na apiepie mo no sounds refreshing as a young person say me tietie sa nyama no me nua solo abobo bebre so na me so me de madwin me so meka bi afa ho and I think say nyama na apiepie ni e ma me manage e wo sa covid test ne borders na ye bebe bibie no ampa ma ededue aye won na fofo bi ana omom ko togo ko fanyama that issue we ba omo kwa am even from expenditure also because I don't know how they manage to get the goods but uti mo say nyama bi ekokoso wo ho no ma on approve route ni nti ama omo dwedie no ba omo so expenditure ekoso ya bobo nyama ni bi so about say government so oba be review some of the flagship programs no ma ti say me nua no mo ndisi for na be ka so any e bi twetwe bi mu I don't know why sometimes me nua no mo ndisi for no mo ti review ni say yeah cancellation I don't know because that's the impression I'm getting. I don't know where it's coming from. Maybe I may be I mean that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. I'll meet you there. And again, that by now nyamba ampa as our mind be a dream pompa so some of nyama ni BSC to me share in terms of our expenditure no. So motion or marshal flagship program at the same time so no individual spending so and so idea was yes yes as government in our government I bet me it boils down to nyama nyama bi wo ha me shaba me sra ban no so mo review no nyama bi wo anfa yensan a bit safe USHS so we review a me sra ban no nyama am bet me di omon sa keka me suggest bi bit say
Argentina free SHS mama farm song.
Ofa BHS nyama aye won krofo abrabom ne mfie mu no. Well, ebia me nim say because of me inti na me feel say but amount for almost scarce suggest still say krofo bitua. but yeah na say bi o yechi no bibi nu anase ye no nkrofo dan
Oni
ye
omo nya adwen.
me
Omo ska no say omo suggest say omo ntua. Woni amanfo nya adwen.
Eni omo
Ofi
nya
say
adwen.
omo ntua.
no personally because I think omo feel so make me are fine but idea be boa Ghana ni especially omo a say bi omo ebi ni fie no na some person mutua ye nsi omo kwan but omo sha ban ne chenchena chen say omo man nkrofo ntua so wo ba na bi akọ secondary school na ban ne so ofa ne ho ka na say o feel so was kana obetua na so person do kwa obetimi akọ school mo na ne headmaster na den obi also person boa because aman no wo niam bebre so I say ebu ni kom niam messages before free SHS na I think say yeah me some be review me and also ma pressure ba ban so no obi nyina should agree with that it is say me mpese e betwem no ya woniam bi e be suggest so mo be ya mo consider ebi ni say why do you have to pay boarding edimo obi and so ma pressure eden e ba ban so it boarding na me message just say abandoning finding a way obetimi ide yi enu afim Liberal Party of Ghana ka say the boarding purpose na the reason why you ban boarding school by institutional you say etwem because if we different backgrounds na be share then of course me say me okoni my wife antini you want me bread me nua bi so no so aware igbeni so sa interculture na tribal way no ye twa sa nyema no say no say omu introduce say na be ye ne ye ho she yeti ye ho ase etwem ne messa ye be suggesting say aban no en concentrate or say na me fan say me bubi ashina me ko kebon wale there is no need say come we school ye dem be kwa don say me ko akra academy wo ho ye betimi de me akwa akoto na me fi na aban ni tu no school fees di amame ono no ye no asere ba de medi ni de meda ne de eye me maame na na say papa na ono hwe na ese ono so etimi fa assign no ka no they will agree and then again the person be a person be fi akon off no go school ho because person question for culture na oni nkrofo be na wo fa to so asem maame o current hostel di amane no fine obetimi aye it's abandon considers an em ba mo ntwa school fees ni mu but akon be fa so obe masa boarding feeding ni san em na e bebre na ma aban budget no eye too tight no obetimi ayi san em dey fi on that is what you best suggest ama and again the mema advocate is yentwem eye this napco thing and no me support it me supporting why here for some time because they are unemployment graduate and sort say or they no eba be cushion they see me feel say bibi eduru ehun hia especially who aban also be introduce bit say you start obi ewie school why napco for some time we are you have to encourage our young people to get into businesses omuntwem na omumpesike bi into baby so per se nko na nkoye wa adwuma o person nkoye wa adwuma aban be find a way to support almost microphone dan say ye state ni sika dia komom say omu ye bibi and those things no me honestly I don't see the need and as opinion mo only opinion mo ka say some of abandoning human bibi homo yan is serve the same purpose omo prefer it no e bi to say why no also o 2 years ni we are near support you the same thing anapco so say so why are we no say as omanian tenas and here encourage na omo get to business na buying so your funds available say na be betimi and no dey me no so ye be support then again about dollar cedi no issue no over some dey $2 billion na be shame that old style of say yenya issue ana panic gidi yakope can won say be artificial me friend artificial be last for time won say na samba they should find a long lasting solution so although ampa time we are a dream no I see a team here be found that one I agree because dollar no when you say na edwan no won ehu that been last week Friday na see me twa ankrofobika omo year services one you needed to pay them. It's my friend, my client relation officer say me person to any scale of $500 keke. Almost in interbanking rate you know as at that time 7.7. Friday no na me say o scanner me debit you on can almost train me person almost some better tell me swift charge of $25. Then bank na kasa be charge me scanner me transfer to $50. It didn't be $75. It may sure charges no better tennis animal. I mean to me any way now available to on train I mean yes can na mbo no say na be almost send By last week Thursday, me call sana. Gosh. Me from Tuesday anymore. Now some movie in term now cost 7.9. I feel I found something available by Friday night. I saw Monty and the minimum. The car me sending almost 3,000. 4,300. He could drink of one honor. Almost 370. So then scanning John. Tell na minti asente na me po me fe say bibi na esi me kokon tokwa. But your church mu chama masa obi an bo me kron. But again no, I want to know say Bank of Ghana dollar rate. Why then some of the banks a banking rate and a change bi dey was so bi so enye ebo mi say na like omo nyina anya uniform. Bi dey was so don't get where different bank. I don't know where it's coming from. Iti pacho aban no so or ya onfa na eni call. Na dollar ne dey masa gunyama bebre gunjuma. Enu mu say nyama bebre ye jai ho. That certain nyama bi cry beto a ye pese ye be kokko because me pese me say so almost say me wade order bi ase me ye. But because of matter say 2 billion rent me odi do me late what happen. Iti pacho aban no omo nhwe na omo nya ho bibi.
Okay. May that say that's Clement Bwedi of the LPG. Mamima Richard Manoribe of the NDC Mrimna. Minti on so on cabinet retreat. Minti Manoribe.
Darling boy.
Yeah.
I mean, that was in the next 15 minutes. I will use it well.
Someone can delay with time.
Darling boy. Maminchia and Chia in Yanuma or Mabaha. Minchia is excellent. I'm a Sandrano. Ajuma pa oba UPSA be boy. Now I'm quanta for no utility for you and Michia. Darling boy, before I start, my main first way. Now I mean wishing me near Baku Pebi, one of our hard-working comrade. Why former constituency chairman for our constituency. As I say, me new say, why the acting chairman for one district. When I say one constituency, almost my. Enti me ma minua Godfred Kofi the Comivi. A very happy birthday. I am member of honorary assembly member for Likwe Bakwa electoral area. Currently the NDC chairman for Guan. A happy birthday. I mean to no kwandem ejuma power why am NDC. And him say no more thing. And the commitment why am the NDC. The NDC for you a chairman or Madinani constituency. A chairman because omunim say ejuma pana or bontin e dan omu the candidate bar omu den to create a constituency or mbo wi nti no omu shom fama no. And I can assure him say yen otirigin for NDC for nyina. Especially me too a me make Lekpe abusia for him de. We the Youth Association of Lekpe so yata na chipa and he'll be one of the proud chairman na yen yere hu ejuma power here. So Chairman Godfred, happy birthday to you. I mean, too quite them pa na.
But for 5 minutes, for happy birthday. Now we
live to be 100 million years.
Charles Wabisu.
I'm fat. Oh, Charles, I'm fat. And then you have a match, am I? Darling boy, cabinet retreat. Now they don't call Akufado. They do not about a guy. Bruni. And in the cabinet, Echo, Adjusting Lodge. Echo, cabinet retreat. This is the Fourth Republic. It's not the first of kind that president in the cabinet called retreat. But in the history of Ghana, this is one of the cabinet retreat Omukoya, Omankasankoya hot, Mujana up and down. This is the cabinet Omukoya in Semper Bray, Equasi, or so the Unimasema and Fanning and Tuja, one person of Tuja. In some SC or cabinet national. Unimine course or pa. And some of Mabekaya and Cover say yes, Nami or dog. Responsible governance bring chaos to society. Hey, you Ghana for. Yeah, they are mambo. They are
cabinet, Ukobi.
Oh, now they say, I'm not bomb from Matthew. And the cabinet now, one Omuti cabinet, more seriously, President Johnny Echo, St. Augustine for Speech and Prize Give Dinner. Are you away? Okay, only not cheer, only see. Obi I want supporting e-levy. What's the cocoa cheer? Tell my buy. Oh, now, minimum criminal, so they want to catch them and no catch them and to public. But darling boy,
oh, yeah, Jagrona.
And you never see, you know. Unfortunately, Economists now we interview no na me trotro driver na meti am no na to NIT FM nti any that be I mean nika me ka me say me trotro no de ebo 5:45 na matini that to NIT FM na matius na me nti solo na o driving the Porsche kanti o na o tie na e koso me de na trotro driver no de na ensi
agro oni so
o na ensi NIT FM ti no
agro oni so pa manobe
Darling boy
abegina be kan fa cha sema ni awoye ni
Darling boy aban no see or the measures be ba to make sure say they rejuvenate the economy or see or the measures be the ba to make sure say the economy will have a stable stand na obibia agya so o man penisi enche bia economy ne basa ba na so ntip Ghana for shouldn't cry but okay as asem no na me say hey that mean this government is not an honest government. And you know, say the economy is a robust economy. You see that you know, the end is for you. It's about incompetent. You need to be a can. I've heard you. Last week, me can't ask me about borders issue. On penny can me the border issue. Because the baby I'm free as a region. Because I make as a concomba. Me occupation I make as a farmer. No. Any society I make free as me constituent as a quantano. The closing of border has crippled the economy in that area. Because so just along that area, 5 constituencies and now 5 districts now it's a border area to the Togo. We in that area we are not using the mechanized system of agriculture. We are using hard labor. The Togo for you Burkina Faso any Benin for you Baba Domain. And it's a woman ever born a don't coffee any. Let me dry by let me dry money no manoma. It is in Japan in a bank and how mobile BD. I'm not closing border for the past 2 years. I told you, say me, the least acres of land I could have done the last 2 years was about 15 acres. And that year, been to me 4 acres. Because, and Togo Bano, they've closed the borders I want to remember. And it has crippled the economy. We show that all those areas are border, land borders in Yahoo. And the revenue, revenue, every custom 4G, ewa Dadiasi border, ewa Kui border, ewa Tinjasi border, all those areas, Badu, all those areas, no. Ukwa, and then, officer because the borders has been closed. Immigration for you, nothing is happening. And the cripple of economy, it is all boiled down to what? The closure of the borders. And the affecting them, baby. The kaya, man, penicillin yet. And to the same minority, even holy press conference. And the NDC communicated, then you see MONTIE, I can't watch some idiot. After you are trying to make sure that the you must open those borders now. And you say you are coming to give us messages again. Because the airport now, COVID-19 by you know. I'm putting another done for the Norwegian ambassador. The first of COVID, but when Norway COVID bedroom chroma. Not for land border. And the Okowa about the frontiers. And they put all measures over airport. Why don't you do the same at the borders? And this kind of hypocrisy, it hasn't just people are suffering by the close of border, even if it's one day. And you must not wait for a cabinet retreat and come and give us rhetorics. The question is that we must make sure the borders are open now. We want the borders, by the close of today, the borders must be open. Now, this hypocrisy. Companies saying, what's the petroleum prices no or the about scrapping out some taxes so then I can't you can't not done for do oh man penny John Dramani money and this focus tie John Abudullah Jinapo ever show measures in which you must make sure say you do to make sure that the stabilization of the petrol and standing the shows special petroleum levy no you feel boss margin then you know boss margin person there, boss margin, so many taxes now, and won't hear you. They say, the Bianco Bobusias are betting down in the New at all costs, you must find a way to steal Ghanaians until and there will be a contract here, Pansai. And you say, every country, you say, petroleum high. We have 3 measures that I am done. One of it is $1 to CD. And then dollar a cost like one of the things I got for 2 Obama MPP was about $1. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, where you join all the banks in the world. or all the experience in harassing dollar. Or buy it in 90 days. Me who safwa padlock. Everyone is 7 kids. They should go to come. Open a boss and check. Then wa lucky dollar no na kino. Abi wa IGP or spec you no one ho. And then me can say spec you na yira. Ye nim na yo. I dollar na break jail. Ye hu na heko. And it is one of the measures dollar no petroleum living petroleum no because you know say who got petrol you buy again 90 days windows. Now him. You say aban ya or buy and don't BOG boss kai. Was it up some time now they've not been able to even flow bonds. Wanka, flow bonds yeah. No international community is ready to give this government a bond. They don't have a single credibility. The borrowing and the consumption, no, they are too much. Jomuko baby, I've done my catch. I say, ni na not them for in the bow me and the minister no. Acquired said Lewen in Jombia or 2 years. Lewen say Accra was say ho, Kumasi was say ho, Tamale was say ho, only Lewen. And then not them for in our bank. Omo bobusia say baby, I'm going to Germany, I must say ho. Omo do UK, I must say ho. Even Nigeria, I must say ho. Any part of the country, I must say ho. Obi and you ready say Omo Mulun. And the government is not getting enough dollar that is to cushion the economy. Anything more when you like. And Gaza Benus and Kababi Edruno. Government will have dip his hand into the heritage fund and ask stabilization funds now. No much me I bibi kakao da koho. But they have depleted all the funds. Bibi and you but until when you're okay. So sure the 2 billion the body of the economy there. Media may try because I have made a point here say we must make sure that we do artificial circulation. But every BOG boss, every smart BOG boss, no, what you have to do is to do artificial circulation to make sure that the economy is stable small. And stable small, they to give investors confidence, no more push another funds into it. And then you can say they have not been able to do that. And maybe I do. And then mean the whole National Youth Organizer of a political party. HSN review means cancel. I'm John Dramani Mahama Chere say, Oba Power is going to review the free SHS policy. Because we're starting a body 200 community day schools. I was starting progressive free education. And that's the best way of say uncle. Dear can review no. I'm putting another dunk of the driver guy. And someone okay. Or see, and this focus review, it means cancel. The communicators of MPs all review means cancel. Review means cancel until Omaba cancel. And then the Omaba review. And then the SHS Yamutu. The car free education Yamutu. And then the Echo Dre. And the HM say, the review no can say review. The Marcos
Richard, you're necessary.
And the new medicine form no. And then I'm almost a review now. Yeah, Chairman say me my national youth employment from the district level to the national level. The Chairman say NAPCO na mudi bayano. You came to take a policy for national youth employment, and a mudi call NAPCO. It was called paid intensive model, and that's what we're running under YE. And I'm buying more than a person Dr. Baumia fans. Would you call it care Ghana, heal Ghana, eat Ghana, and I'm going to call her. And then what have you done? You've created a whole secretariat, embedded a lot of money. Meanwhile, this thing was done by that. And under a particular umbrella, today they are calling for it. Prosperity is judging MPP. There be a Ghana phone him saying this day, yeah, now be a cabinet retreat with you. It has vindicated, and someone on my penny John Dramani Mahama Kano. We are in a good news. And somebody can no. Our solution is what you have come to take. But before no, we say, oh, we don't have alternative. And they say don't have alternative. And alternative, na nyaya na mwa fa yin dey. Review na mo kan no. Yeah, review. Now come say review means cancel. And then there, most you are going to review, it means you are going to cancel it. Yeah, there okay. I hope for this country, but in the company, ministry form no. And no man pay John Dramani Mahama Kano. Then for munya munya abotre. All the question, this hope. The hope is that there will be a friend of man pay John Dramani Mahama. And kasa the way it's just a one day. And kaye man no be Richard ni Sami Jemfini Muni, others young guys now. It's not even got to the purpose of the thinking. Yeah, we have the men, we have the people that are capable, we have done it before, and very soon we will make sure we rebound this economy and make Ghana works again.
And that's Richard Manoribi of the NDC, NRT in Kano. Empamcho, let's get through with it. Empamcho. So this one here says, please tell Honorable that he should be truthful to himself and put up a meaningful argument and stop misinforming Ghanaians. because the discerning Ghanaians are listening. That Kweku Yamwa and Odiwe Dubai. I don't know which of the honorables you're referring to because I spoke to. And but Richard, my main kind comment, Richard. Otherwise, we have a poem. Oh, yes, now. Seeing the Bay workers, so I say the outcome of the cabinet meeting held by the president and his hard-working team has proven that drastic measures and ideas have been tabled to ensure the economy is back on its normal ways to make life easier for every Ghanaian. That's one here from Cindy Bay or the Fikaswa and what they buy. Kwesi, please educate me. I demand an answer. Why, please? You demand. What was the policy rate as of 2014 to 2015? Frank Nero, if you are so kind. I'm sure, Frank Nero, you know that this one, if you Google it, you can just get it. But I think that 2014, there, I mean, looking at the figures, I think it was around 18. I think it was 18% or something. Yeah, 2014, I think it was by 2015, I think it was almost about jump from 20, because you're asking 24. I think I'm looking at the figures from April there, no, from February, was 18%. So it closed at by 2015, it was like 26%. Yeah, 26. So from 2014 to 2015 was like 18% to 26%. That's what I'm seeing. Me sure say unim, but you're just being sarcastic with it here. Shifman Atonsu Kumasi, I'm expecting to see Parliament to also cut down its expenditure like how the executive has done, so we can all help sustain the economy in these difficult times. Shifman Ewo Atonsu and Odiwe Edi Abba. The economic measures put up by the central bank to inject dollars into the system through a short-term measure will go a long way to salvage the economy relative to the depreciation of the cedi. Mustafa Ewo Abinase 441. And Odiwe Edi Abba. Let me just leave it here. I'll get through with some of the messages now. Me Timima Tenabo. Tenabo, so I'm sure say.
General manager of the
So since I borrow your own words, then you also have to behave yourself. Yes.
I thought you are the general manager of the.
Comport yourself. Behave yourself.
You know you are this.
Yanko. So now let's look at. I'm sure say BOG measures not the policy rate in particular. I'm sure you can tie in. Me touch you on the flagship program. So I mean, this time Clement, by microphone. I'm so actually so share particularly policy rate no. Baby, I call. I don't pay any honorable Stephen Amo Edin Komono. Or see one of the office Bank of Ghana, so Timber Church, and she was talking about, I think, has to do with demand push and cost push. A idea cost push, a board, Nyama board generally from the suppliers, Nibia, Omode, a board no be in terms of Fabio movie, a debion Babeton, a bono, a cost no more be Kahuni, Kahudia. That is near Bank of Ghana, MWA. One policy rate, no mama cost from MWA, because then it means that the cost of product and still will go up. But if he has to do with a demand, because there's more money in the system, so people are demanding more goods. And tinebia inflation cost from the and you know we are dream or saying in the account. So let's look at this. I mean, policy rate, yeah, Abe. Bank of Ghana and Chichimo of the mine, it is all because of inflation because there's more cash in the system. Amount for Sikawa amount for and same. So people is like more cash are chasing goods. In Tiasana, if the phone so don't the born be car and a goose. So India no come mention same fuse.
So maybe I'm not that Yes, sir, economic way, but maybe I say sky won't go for bottom side. Is that how?
Yeah. I mean that's generally say inflation cost true because there's more system, there's more money in the system.
I mean, for me, but where I'm seated, I don't see say sky won't go for. Yeah, cost roa. Maybe an American. That mean all that economically we need not get it, but minimum say sky won't go. But no can still add your massage in change adding the bra. Then and now still he has been honest to the line of me honestly BTN for some time and he was very honest. Maybe a year no Utimeka, maybe a year now near I say buy no sutimi no Utimi bonds and I think that's where as for mine we should get to. That's we get to. And then I think but the inflation or no more time me that economic, so I don't want to spend dwell much time on Bekano. I think we be mama minya be na time the man also on some.
Richard, I pass it back to you.
Economic expert, but as an some of them issue, I know policy rate now. Okay, I say government the policy rate up per your definition as well. No. And then so kind. If I do critical analysis of it, it means that if there's more money in the system, that is why the inflation goes high.
Yeah.
It means amount for Kutaskabebre almost chasing fewer goods. And for that matter, no man and cannot make tongue 1 CD, no.
Yeah.
And you come be an 5 CD. But people will still buy without complaining. Is that not what it means? The chess, and that is why I could see the clear Bank of Ghana is going to be it's trying to be one of the
when amount for demanding more, no.
More, yes.
Then it means that it's giving you what would turn at the end. A mouse, I don't know. I say believe in okay. Well, yes. Once people are buying more, then you are increasing the product.
Let's use the face shield. Oh, face shield now I buy during the COVID time. Is it face shield now I buy Oh, not face shield buy. It was one of the booming business. At the end of the face shield now I can have 5 cedi. People are buying 30 cedi. And now I have 5 cedi. Now I'm for 30 cedi. And people are still buying. Because it's now I'm for every channel I buy. And at the end of the day, no time now I'm what happened? It was 2 cedi. 1 cedi. And people are still willing to buy and to sell because Nippon got 30 cedi or 1 cedi. It has not affected anything. So Bank of Ghana is trying to be very smart because Bank of Ghana who said there's a lot of corruption system in the country. And me can't be I will say, you know, most of the government officials are hedging against dollar. Are you aware of that? They're hedging against dollar.
Mm-hmm.
And so at the end of the day, there's enough money for them. There's scan a new hole. It means with a lesser privilege, meaning when they're not even going to the bank, they have enough within themselves. At the end of the day, and there are so many different categories of rice in the market. Me because say me the royal aroma or because Cindy. And the Cindy look no ko be less than 200 or 300 no at all. Me want the quality of it no because it's about taste and your quality. And in nature said because there's a lot of corruption system now, the government officials are involving a lot of dubious money into their pocket no. And they will put the policy rate to be high. And then the traders in Microphone Mokotono. So they will get enough to be able to push into the banking system. So that's the way or injecting the $2 billion into the economy. No? There's a way they can find a way to recoup it. It's a tactical way of throwing the thing into the system, giving the investor the confidence to go back. At the end of the day, they retrieve the money back. Like what happened in 2020 elections. Almost they were doing this, is it Obatampa program or one of the programs? You could see, what you are, almost the filling form. Filling form now, no matter to Scalabo, mobile wallet. Business. That's after elections, 1 year after election. They say, oh, because they've introduced mobile money banking system to you. Almost they're coming to tap mobile money. But they've made you understand that there's something in mobile money, but they will find a way to take that money from you. That is why when we are not passing e-levy, people don't know. They're not passing e-levy. Government is insisting, say they want to pass e-levy. But government is introduced, push from 2020, during the 2020 annual fiscal year, you could see that people participated in mobile money. They say about 30 billion or something like that. That people didn't understand. But government alone disbursed close to 1 billion Ghana cedi into individuals just to eat the money. Then he said it was COVID relief fund. Yes, a COVID relief fund. These are the ways Bank of Ghana will do to make sure they have the confidence in the banking system. Because if you don't give the banking system investors confidence, the bankers can come in for more policy rate. But the policy rate means that the bank, let me say, BOG is a mother bank. Ghana Commercial Bank, ADB, and other bankers, will now go there to get some money to come and cushion their local banks. And they say investors, will say, oh, there's confidence in that. They will also come in and make a grant. The bond market, they are saying they are going to discount our bond into 30%. It's a common discount. Yes, they are discounted 30%. And they say, if you don't like it that way, then we are not going to flow any bonds for you. But they don't have any confidence in us. So they will give you higher interest rate so that say lose crowd, they will be able to recruit. And without discount, that is why people don't understand the zero coupon. So that interest rate ground with the amount. And yes, sir, if the discount is assuming you are going for 1 billion, and you say that discount is 30%, so they'll give you 700 million. So that at the end of the day, you come and pay 1 billion. So if you are not even be able to pay all, and you will be able to pay 800,000, they will be able to recruit part of their money, and they will not lose. So it's a way of bringing back confidence to investors and international community. To bring this international community, that's the only way you can convince people to give it back. Because for we have a broken economy, and so nobody is interested. Me say that me cancel me or have people thought it's a joke. I say if you take a critical look at our economy today, a lot of kiosks in Togo, Burkina Faso is economically vibrant that this country will live today. Because nobody is ready to deal with Ghana. Look, yes, nobody is ready to deal with Ghana. So that is where we have gotten to. And the end by government, the guy say they are going to. Government has made some smart move. Government talking about the review of the policy. When you say in this country, the most consumption policies are policies where they use e-switch. Programs now use e-switch. They consume a lot of our money. Name it. NAPCO. And NAPCO, the school feeding program, where YEA and those things. Even the YEA, we have a government subvention that using the talk tax, pushing them because they are not waiting for consolidated fund before they.
I don't know the figures, but saying I see kind of radio. So what are the figures?
Which figures?
Because who cancer DSC capa
100,000 Ghanaian youth are the claim the
don't just quantify the thing and just say because because you are saying that the people that uses e-switch consume yes. Then I'm saying so when you bring it in terms of the figures, what are numbers you're saying? Sikani you're saying?
No, hold on.
But you are giving us the 100,000. The 100,000 as a your man one CDR.
No, it's like NAPCO. They say they've recruited.
How much do we spend?
100,000.
Yeah.
Now,
so how much
and every beneficiary takes 700 Ghana cedi. You are aware? Every beneficiary takes 700 Ghana cedi. And in a case, what is that? How do you get the revenue?
Because Abai said, I think over 60% and 160%
of our revenue.
Revenue goes to
the payment of salaries.
Yes.
And goods and services.
Yes.
And so now, YEA. Yes, YEA. We have so many models under YEA, and that year they've been able to cut down the models because under Omampene John Drama we have almost 15 models. This government is only doing 2 models. But without they use the talk tax, and that they get a lot of money, and that is why I was saying, if I even bring NAPCO, and to YEA, when you say term COVID the period of COVID now, lockdown. We use a lot of data in this country. We use a lot of telcos in this country. And we make a lot of revenue for YEA.
I want to provide the figures.
I'll give you the statistics.
No.
You need to pull the data out and then.
Richard, I tear for tea. Yami no me no na argument. Me just say no tear for tea. What can say? And since need figures then maybe I like the.
No, let me. I can pull it out for you. I mean,
yes, because and I can say I buying the catchers okay, almost about 60% of a year are buying sika. You tear a foka. You understand? Then you say okay, well that one my figures no. But figures now ni a can see no. Saying okay say be a we use e-switch no. Say ni say me just say until be out of that 60%. How much? And nothing I can say. We use e-switch, that's what I wanted you to, because otherwise then you are just speculating. And
then the government spend 840 million on NAPCO workers on salaries.
Okay.
840 million government is spending on NAPCO beneficiaries alone. Government released recently before this, government released another 670 million to pay NAPCO workers. So if you calculate this money, now how do you get the revenue back? You said government use 60% on salaries and goods and services. Fine. You go to so many government agencies, I mean, you can say they use IGF to pay their salary and pay and give the rest to Consolidated Bank. If you go to an institution like FDA, government doesn't even wait. They use IGF to pay. There's passport office. So many agencies under government, they use their IGF. But with a beneficial like a place like NAPCO, before school feeding programs by what I'm saying, it was a Danida project that the UK government sponsored it. Menu can say we have to use our own IGF, our own revenue, mobilizing to be able to cushion that economy. And that is where the expenditure comes in. And then they can say a place, those areas, look at school feeding program. No, sorry, a free education. I mean, free education, go to buffer stock. Amount of money government are releasing on perishable alone. Over billions of cedis on perishables. So those are the things I mean, maker. And it's why you will not be able to cushion the economy because basically it goes to consumption. Consumption. In as much as the government increase the government expenditure at the presidency, look at what goes into government just because the government want to win power. Now, let's take a critical account on YEA. Menu can say every minute you didn't come back. Scan at the YEA account. There's a percentage at YEA account. During the COVID, a lot of people did business at home. A lot of people use data at home. People didn't go to work. That makes you think that the YEA will have enough revenue to make sure that they can be able to manage NAPCO without even letting and the government say you want to review those policies, bring some back and match them. NAPCO, school feeding program say you can categorize it. Category A, B, C, even and their placement A must mean say yes. No person Obanko A, you must pay. Maybe B, you pay 50%. In C, you will not pay anything. And I always say this, I am a beneficiary of free education. Me, I'm here, minimum 11128. You can school fees that. So I know the importance of free education. Amazingly and surprisingly, Omampeni John Dramani Mama is a beneficiary of free education. His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Baumia is a beneficiary of free education.
Okay, me that's
the MPP ministers and that they got Coco scholarship. Some got DMPC scholarship. Some got Get Fast scholarship. And some got brilliant and needed scholarship. And some got progressive free education. And a minimum double track education. See. But double track education is consuming more than any other policies. So that is where we are.
Medasi, Solomon, bring where?
Track free SHS is consuming more because in Kuala Womuno, a dozen saying other interventions now all come one sem. And one thing I see, I think, say, as at the end of the last academic year, now in Kuala Womuno about 1.2, and that is a number, a bro. That is why it is consuming more, because the more you have the people to care for within that system, the more you need to put in. So, and then we should get it once and for all. Two, about LPG, Clement. Now, I was lasting solution of not be lasting solution. Well, and not doing but then it was short term, long, medium term, and then long term. You know, it may be one of the maybe a bit short term and maybe a mid term. So it might not necessarily be a lasting solution, but lasting solution. Then let's move on to more than quanta or activities, family activities, commercial, because then buy and break it. Look, at the point of intervention, what was it? Now COVID. People were dying. Emma Accra and Ashanti. But in Greater Accra, you cannot even cross to Eastern Somalia. Even cross. And then the restriction came. So even within Accra, there are certain areas you cannot cross to because of the alarming rate. COVID, it was rising in those areas. Government is not allowing us to go into those areas there. Then we don't know of what is happening in other countries. So we have to close. In fact, we are sharing land, you close to your frontiers, your borders. So if at that time, look, I say, commercial activities are crippled, the way he use are crippled, me do 18 years, say 4 acres, cramming one, so let's ask ourselves, at the time the thing came, one, a buyer na so as again say and can my emphasize intervention, man. Do you think that you can have the people alive there to say to complain of commercial activities now and concerning? Remember, we should be grateful. Say, maybe I buying yadamwasi. I didn't buy an intervention by the right time because now on here COVID number baby I can say sia no sa eyi no eye ya tese esia musu ba be yefio ye damase na be ya tabio nkwanta no ye betimi anya ye commercial activities no back. This is how obi oyo mamba pa a odwe on man ho a we citizen onye spectator no na wo so kasa na odi abo aban so wo de papa odi aba any at that time she odi buy say be ama enne ubekọ no na abre wa maame onua no mo tiase na ka ebie ne mane that time na obi e up and down among for foreigners if you the other side e ba ne na ebi kan crofan ka na usia uti ya she black enti no ya yemfa asida emma say aban eye bia yemfa asida emma no about I'm not talking to I'm talking to Ghanaians.
Richie Jai, Pacho, that's a nice idea for Pacho.
You want me to look as if I'm a bad person?
No,
everybody knows all our listeners.
No, but I'm saying that a cheerful why would you do that? Stop doing that.
Oh, Rawaje.
Yeah, we are my head.
So they had me on head me down.
Solomon, we mommy.
But sticker issue no kind. In fact, Otuma, Bank of Ghana for some. And let me say, a nation the best come from there. First understand, but send it and he say, Sebi, the memufo ton and no akoye a friend is saying a near cost question. And Lieutenant was here religious. But say Sebi a year, one more ton, a woman here. Can no mutiako famo abegumudia and the na akoye. Let's see, there will be a situation now. Here, I could crab more. The Mamufosu, they are ready. Almost here, they're not talk. The book of Abate Becovani and Toa. The man in the Bewa said they need to be also called a cosine of Ababium. They be a manisa. And then say, who say, one more a gusu per dollar no, I could crania manaba. Actually, say, I didn't buy marketing at 4 at all. I didn't call 50-50. Until send what to ama sticker to ama Bank of Ghana no my explanation. I think say the best explanation will come from them. Now, obviously, your friend is saying cancellation, review, HSA cancellation. Hey, yeah, review. Yes, kwasa obema ntuma. Yes, tie ni din. At the time I did free SHS buy His Excellency the former President of the Republic. JDM, MITSCSA, Sadia way there, in fact, ye rally okra when you go on Yankupon currency. Also, I ye crab just 20 years. Even Obia Becan idea. There's an NDC position, say, free SSA banning the debit can be possible. Now, at that time, Uto Sanyo Mono. Now, Ubejina can say, Udionia Quenya now, Ube review now. Review ban now, the beba.
Okay.
What the request of amount to because stand okra. Name Uba because I say, Mwaka say, oh, Ebia. Na me position ye. Before the free SH and I say progressive. Before the free SH and say Bani say, it will not stand the test of time. Ne momono, se I say be visionary leader na mamkoni o mampeni another danko ekufu ado is excellence. Edi ade we abai. For 5 years ade strive ama boni BNC ye. Enti no sadia menya kwanya na me ba. Ene me ba behwe na ma yeni. Uka ni sa one, the admittance say. When who say ade no, say na no si entimi nye ye no. Obi fufro we leaders and so adu hunu abayama na ye yie a wo say ye de ne oba wo behwe na waye nhihye kakra wo hama ene de ebeti wase na ye nti sa de ne de wo ka say review a ye say cancellation na wo pa akira ase wo na nye ye de ade na ba ye say be ye review ye de say be ye yie
0302243540 0302257902 ye fa calls kakra no pay e wo dwumedie no so and you wait me afresh is here J calls kakrani so 0302243540 and 0302257902 0302243540 now hello
Good ABOAGYE the darling boy.
Yeah,
Long time no see you.
Sure.
What done for
Alaji.
Yes.
I say.
Oh, yeah, Alaji.
That's you.
Nyakupon so bebre ne ajema pa o yema o my Ghana. No pa ma mekia madam for honorable Alaji Abubakar Sadiq Boniface. Na mekia bankwa ya boa any trade and industry minister. What was NDC for? We won't pay no kula baku say. Yedi o man na se monsa ya hu said ya monso be bu o man no. But ABOAGYE me no na wa hanu under John Mama regime.
You have been so for good 5 years. Woman to me, so I know. Yeah, be a key, Liberia for your friend people that again. And I'm going to play African leaders in a moment. So the man, Mamma, discarded here. You will have a cook and kill Baku or Ghana Halma. Tano, a one. Tell me to know about one who said, Nana, the Dampa Kufadu, one who said, what you can get. You cannot have the man Nalado, and you know what the Gianquano. Kasi ambulance kura wadi baya no ensumbu na edit for anka mu di ekwani nti ye mu ja de no ye no na mu ma ya pampa bon time na lado because we are seeing na ye de nye Ghana kwa na me wa re
yeah that's it na minji obi nso hello morning yeah mpacho for say right into you insurance.
None of our young Kaya. Who can say John Dramani Mahama? I can say, and Kaya. I am to do my no bank of revision. Now what to do my MP for any amount of father, I can say review. John Dramani Mahama or Baby Tim. And she say, oh, more as home Baby education. On Baby Tim, and I say, oh, Baby anything. I'm catch Ghana for Ghana for. In Bishop Bawu of me, I say, dollar now, no catch say, what she Ediama agency or the two sell. And then a dollar and a free sale on them. One district, one factory, buy way a catch Ghana for. In Bishop say, factory no away. On the be almost factory no ADAC. I said, one, buy way a catch Ghana for. Hospitals now or two. In Bishop baby away. ADAC. I then I buy way by every. You are buy way buy our beya. Ghana for annual fast. Ya bola tax. This may be a bola egusu ewukrum. This is prepared food far and check not prepared nasa. See me anywhere cost my move.
Me da see. My engineer audio also. Hello. Hello. Oh. Why is the thing blinking about? Hello. Yeah, I'm Patrick for say. Go more. Odo into you.
Master question. Mr. Master, Master, Meton Catcher.
Ah.
More way.
Meso.
Yo, young couple in shop, Papa.
Afra.
The man, a mayaji.
And
I say, I'm home from the young couple in shop, Papa. No, sure, NDC not one and an anthem. Eastern Regional Women's Organizer. Victor Papa. Opening. Did you be a Naya host them who come her? And we have to some. I bring out to the OD. But my paying Mahama will pay none of that. We are second. The Conan Ponya 2 billion or be making sure or the biggest sardine or the biggest dormitory dining. Or be young fun one more to obey the other way, baby, where's my way? When they got no where's hard there. See, you know, no man people when young look at 2 o'clock, work and oh, Mahama. You need to oh, go collapsing. I'm a broken implement. In the message, I about the matter, in the Nanado, Muna, Nuko, walk off what not say. So, what not pediatrics to say, what the walk of plan for Ghana, Bismarck, I want you about now that I walk of plan for opening in the daily you know. What planning one of the year, so I went to 2 billion and now what's well for him, whatever I bet $1 in heaven. Opening Nina, which is Libya, because 4 months time and 3 months time. So, I want you about the game. Don't answer the share course with him. In the year 4 year, at least, reason for a woo a year is a woman I didn't. You put to my phone, our land is here, you to use to. Yet if you do your brother, Yamaya, or she never critical plan, you may have one Yamadu or you put to me at home, the desk for Yasan, my economy that you are in there. Yes, sir, you go good, you listen to your car, yes, sir, you're pretty, yes, sir, I'm pretty. I just saw the man, though.
I mean, find your chat or crying for course in fancy and opinion. Sorry, so hello, morning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm Patrick Frost.
I do the support me.
Okay, Mr. Cotti, into you pay.
So, with that free. I mean, I don't mind do what's that. For the communication.
it's actually the video of the kill. Aboagye. And then, well, me, I'll hold it at you. I did say, fine. And that's all manage the economy. Kasa. The president, my name, I can say, or you incompetent. There's $1 $1. Okay, I said, President Mama Katya and say, I don't about me, presidency, you know, on Bear Hokrada, Assembly man for a year, Peter, all to the book. They see how it's messing up. My President Mama, I'm building this country, building hospitals, building schools, building roads, infrastructures. These people like to get see. The Mama Katya say, posterity will judge me. Today, Ghanaians have seen the difference. When Mama was selling petrol at 40 cities, we insulted this innocent person. And the petrol is 50 cities. Mama can say, oh, free education, the gas there, yeah, and will consist with the bar, that I will review. I could find the about the Ghana for some Mama saw about the cost of free education. So you are using the same word of the review. To be beside could find those, all the cost of free education, who find the quick gear and the politics. They would cut through to a demon that come back to. And a cock, who the cock shapes so well. When you limit it to come up, it is catching up with you today. We are done the number one woman down. Don't believe these FPP people. They are liars. They are deceit. Thank you.
Well, time for us to go. My main kind comments in Kakrani and Sherry Suna, a Yenfa, a Niaka, Emramet, Twaso, and a pain for Mamo. This one here says, isn't it amazing listening to the NDC communicators talking about economic management? An economy of 14% was handed over to ex-President Mahama, but he mismanaged it to 3.6%. President Nadu and Dr. Bawumia managed it fantastically to 7% before COVID-19. NDC is never again. They are never an alternative. That's Master Planner Junior Kintampono Difi and Odiwe Edbaye. And one here says, NDC is most dangerous as the most dangerous party in Ghana. Wafake, new plant station with that one. It looks like the dollar has arrested Dr. Bawumia and given the key to Putin because Bawumia cannot be found. That's Eric Okonu, Ewa La Paz, not Dianobai. And when he fita, as Aman Kase, former President John Mahama wants Ghana to go back to the IMF, but President Nana Akufo-Addo would never do such a thing. And when he fita, with that one from Asaman Kasi, Inshaba and Nelka, we shouldn't depend on going to the IMF and pay for the e-levy. That's the best way to go as a country. Inshaba and Nelka. You see, so from the analysis given by the economist lecturer, Honorable Richard Champon was just engaging in propaganda, just like the incompetent John Mahama, who has the guys to call this government has the guts to call this government incompetent. That's one there from Onel and Ponsa, Amsterdam, and Odianofi and Odebaye. Abbas, offense when President Mahama, former President Mahama, said he would never, he will review Nana's FSHS program, all hell broke loose. His review was equated to outright cancellation of the program. 2 years down, we are now going to review the free SHS. Abbas with that one mistake in Swama Dreji. So after the Nana Bawumia-led government have messed up the economy and drained the public purse with corruption, extravagant expenditure, and unprecedented duplication of appointment, they have now come into realization. Mistake, wonder, no dear, no edibai. The messages are many. Let me just do one or two so we get out of here. Sami Boachi Asaman Kesi, former President John Mahama should give us a break and spare us with ineptitude and desperation for power comments. He and the NDC are Ghana's problem. We gave them 8 years to govern and manage the country, but they mismanaged it recklessly. That is Sami Boachi Asaman Kesi and Odifi and Odi and Obai. Ejabata Ewosuhum. History will have it that Baumia is the worst manager of Ghana's economy. Need 100.9 Ghana Montier, so time to go. Yes, also now DJ Fletch, Ebabe Tuaso, with whom you might prem to breath. I hope you enjoy every bit of it. Today, Tuesday. Money who you may any honum say, Antimidamasi, I said, Uncle Pedro Damiado, what time a cheat, a digimedi de bremo, Medanas Papa, Pedro Damiado, Nadama, and Oboy Mechidom, a digimedi at the bremo. Damasi, Frema, a bankro, one knee, a brantier, Nanaya, and so I will have him see Amobuami. Kwasi Aboagye, Ochina and Konya Hodi or chances. Yeah, best ever. One team in camp. I'm into the name children. Your baby and Yisha. Mika. Hey. Elite.